foolish. Try to get them funds, I'm killing the mic just like I ran into jewels. And y'all gonna get done up front and on that kid with an attitude. But you can't really blame this motherfucker. It's doing what he had to do. Dirt. I'm about that cash flipping, I'm getting it on and off the market. Not about that VIP, not me, not never been a fan of clubbers. All about that RIP for all of my Jesus going departed. All about that business, what I started, I'm about that.
Top down, like you're not ready. We ride, we're not ready. So high, we see the whole city. We own the night. Top down, like you're not ready. We ride, we're not ready. So high, we see the whole city. We own the night.
Know that I'm about it. Want it, man, I can bring the drama. But it ain't by chance, I'm fucking rapping. You don't really want a problem. Made a little cash in the back end, but still rap like home and starving. Yeah, y'all gotta ask who the man is. Hope I'm gonna be like, beg your pardon. I'm about that.
Top down, like you're not ready. We ride, we're not ready. So high, we see the whole city. We own the night. Top down, like you're not ready. We ride, we're not ready. So high, we see the whole city. We own the night.
Oh, yes, we do. It is the YSN Power Hour. DJ Yoakley on this side of the table. And on the other side, it is Quinn Pushkar from the wall, Shades McGugan in the middle, and then a surprise guest, Mr. Anthony Hartwig, making a cameo appearance right here on the YSN Power Hour. Boys, how are we doing?
Excellent.
Stupendous. You going to talk today?
Sure.
Okay, fantastic. Because you were 7 words.
I had 8. I counted.
Oh, you counted it? You went back and
I went
reviewed the
back and
tape?
counted.
If I were you, I'd be
Replay.
like one of those coaches that just burned the tape after that show. I would have just been like, that wasn't my game. That wasn't my game.
Like when the Bulls lost to the Magic.
Yeah, or when
Penny- they just flat out played, though.
or when LeBron lost, one of his 9 championships or
No, they
6
still keep, they
championships?
keep the film of that because that's the only thing that they can give on Michael.
What's that?
That's the only thing they
Whoa, whoa. We don't need to replay it right now. Guys, a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on. We're going to hit the B League up first and talk a little bit about last night. 6 games on the banner last night for the Youngstown Class B League, all 14U, and it went kind of like this. A 5:30 game between Avalanche and Eagleware. 9-4 Avalanche get the win there. Then it's Creekside versus CSA, and Creekside was all over. They were a force to be reckoned with last night, guys. 12-0 against CSA. And then later on in the night, they played the Avalanche 10-2. So 22 runs Creekside puts up last night and only giving up 2. That is, when you talk about fitness, that's
Yeah.
flexing the old
Absolutely.
muscles, right?
So I know Creekside has always been up there. They're a powerhouse. You know, year in, year out, essentially, right?
Yep.
Where is CSA from, essentially? Like, where?
I think they're local players, but they're just trying to get acclimated to the Class B League, right?
Is that what the Avalanche? Like, what's the Avalanche?
Avalanche
Is
were.
it
It
local?
used to be like Glacier players that
Oh, okay.
had that kind of graduation into the
That's
Avalanche.
why their logo looked like that.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I don't think
That
there's an
makes sense.
affiliation anymore, but I could be wrong. But last night, my first game,
Those are they're two newers, right? Those two right
they
there.
are new. They're newer franchises,
Okay.
like sponsors. But I think they've been someone else, kind of like Rondinelli used to be
Yeah,
a
Rondinelli
team.
was-
and-
What did they become? Did they become anything?
oh, it's a long line. I
Is
mean,
it?
you.
Rondinelli used to be the team.
I was Altel when I was
Besides
started.
the Astros.
Yeah, Altel.
Altel.
You think
I
about
played
that.
for Riser Group.
Riser
Which I
Group?
think is now A to Z.
Okay, so that's Terry Dobson's
Yep,
group.
yep.
So
And
yeah,
then Dave Sugar, remember? You know, Dave
Yep.
Sugar and Riser Group.
Yep. Yeah,
That's
there's.
how long it's been, folks.
Well, listen. When you say
He's
Altel,
playing on Altel.
Altel has been gone as a company for about 30 years.
Yeah, Altel hung it up when I was in 7th grade.
That's it, man.
I'm
Whenever
28
they
now.
whenever they went away from prepaid, it was over for Altel. So I had my first game last night for 14U was Roth Brothers and A to Z, and it ended up in a 6-6 tie.
I saw the beginning of that, and it was Roth was putting on them there for a little
They
bit.
were, and they've got some studs on their team. And A to Z came storming back, and I thought they had it, and then they let Roth back into the game. A couple error. And listen, you guys are baseball guys. I'm sorry, Quinn.
Yeah.
You guys know that errors will always turnovers.
Yeah.
An error in baseball is what we call turnovers, basically in any other sport.
What it comes down to is you don't let teams hang around.
Well, you don't.
And when you have the chance, you got to bear them. Even if it's good or, a team that's like right there on the edge, you just don't let them hang around.
And correct me if I'm wrong. But
Hold on. Take a drink.
when they tied the game, it was a leadoff walk too, right? So leadoff walks are just like errors. You give someone a
Yes and no.
base runner.
It's more prevalent in softball than it is in baseball. Like you can get over a leadoff walk in baseball.
I like to see the percentages of leadoff walks that score.
Baseball, I'd like to put someone on first so I can turn the double.
I like double plays. The DP. I mean, reality of those 14U with an expanded strike zone because of the time limit, it's always tough because you're trying to dot something and you're either getting calls or no calls, strikes or no strikes. So it was an interesting game. Make sure you check out the website ysnlive.com and check out the write-up. You can also check out the official write-up and all the stat lines on youngstownclassb.com. I don't want to leave anybody out, so of course we'll talk Whiting roll-offs getting a 6-1 victory last night, the first 8 o'clock game over Ballistic Baseball. Then we talked about Creekside Avalanche, and then it was the Astro Falcons, 13-2 in my second game over the Prospects. The Astro Falcons typically start out racing out of the gate, and they were a little bit sleepy last night, it looked like, but they came on strong with 6 runs in the 4th and the 5th inning, and they just took over. The Prospects hung in there. They got a nice player.
Is Prospects number 2? Would you say? I mean,
they're up there.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's right now. It's the Astro Falcons at 1, and everybody's fighting for 2.
Yeah. It's no secret the Astro Falcons.
They're loaded.
Yeah, and they have been. They're a great team. But it's been so long since I've actually tuned in. I'm actually getting interested again. It's like I'm thinking like Ron and LA. I'm thinking like America. Commodore had a team one year.
Yeah.
And it's
You just like tuxedo teams, I think.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get sponsors. So
Well, there you go. Let's take look at the 14U standings as it is right now in the Kelso DePizzo division. Astro Falcons at 2-0. They have 24 runs for, 3 runs against. So that speaks volumes.
that's pretty impressive.
And then you have A to Z at 1-0. Creekside Fitness 2-1. Avalanche 2-1. Eagleware 1-1. Whiting Roll-Offs 1-1. Prospects 1-1 after last night. Roth Brothers still winless at 0-1. Ballistic 0-2. And CSA 0-2. So you look at this very early in the game still. But from a 14U perspective, you can't let the Astro Falcons get out too far, or else it's going to be tough. Now, history tells us that it's usually the Astro Falcons and A to Z that are in the championship battling for the trophy. So A to Z still without a loss, but they do have that tie now at 1-0-1. And then, of course, you got Roth Brothers now. Thought they had their first victory of the season last night, and now they're 0-1-1. So do you think ties, especially when you're looking to get into positioning for the playoffs, ties with the time limit are going to pose a problem, I think?
Well, then you're going to have to go, when you're talking record-wise, when it comes down, runs scored or runs given up.
Yep, and
that's what you're going to have to do, right?
Runs scored, the Astro Falcons percentage-wise are head and shoulders above everybody. CSA, you look, you don't want to criticize, but they're still looking for their first run of the season. I mean, they're being outscored 25-0. So they're going to have to get their offense together a little bit and get on track, or they're going to be on the outside looking in. Because in a 17-18 game season, you can't let too many games slide, and you can't leave too many runners on base, or else this is what's going to happen. So Astro Falcons, I was really nervous for them. Scott Rourke, a good friend of mine, a fan of the show, and I was nervous for them, but then it looked like they got things under control a little bit. They got their legs under them, and they took over the 5th and 6th innings just romping. I mean, or 4th and 5th, I'm sorry, with 6 runs apiece. They were killing the ball. And there's Jaden Rischel. That's a name you're going to want to write down, because this young man, 3 for 3 last night. He showed so many different tools. And then there's also a young man. I'm going to see if I always forget his first name, but I think it's Headley. Where are they at? Prospects. He was impressive. Started the game on the mound. Then he went to center field, made an outstanding play in center field, and then they put him behind the dish. So this young man, where is he at? 62. It's Caleb Hadley. He is impressive as all get out. See if they have a write-up about where he's from, because that is a team that we want to make sure that we keep an eye on. This young man is impressive to say the least, and he rocks the number 62. It's not like 24 or 23.
There you go.
62. So
That's my man. Yeah, listen, I always pick the weird numbers too, my man. There you go.
was seeing a lot of big numbers last night. I saw an 87 last night. Probably a hockey player. You know what I mean?
That's cool though,
Crosby.
man. I mean, you start to see it. Like, doesn't he wear like 60 something?
66.
Yeah. So I mean, I like those weird numbers.
When you
man.
start retiring numbers, you're going to have to pull
Oh,
the
absolutely,
60s,
yeah.
70s. You know what I mean? What would be the most unique number? Like, if you couldn't have anything
already have it.
well, you got 90 or half.
It's half.
Yeah. I don't think
I'm
they're going
not
to do
1
half.
or 0. I'm half.
I don't think they're ever going to do that.
They should.
They should, but like, what if I
But
was
when you
like,
start hanging stuff up left and right, it's going to be
Yeah.
1 3/4
Yeah.
on their jersey. What do you want to do?
Yeah, that's going to be the tough part, because when you look back at the Patriots, you know what I mean? Like in
That's
football, whose numbers are you going to retire? Obviously Brady, Gronk. I mean, who else?
Is this going to get retired?
You'd have to. I mean, he's one of the top tight ends in NFL history.
You probably retire some of those defensive guys like Bruce.
Teddy Bruschi's going to get retired.
Bruschi will get retired.
Vrabel.
Vrabel will get retired.
Well, will he? Because there's a little bit of
Will Ford
beef
will.
there.
Some animosity, but still, you can't hold it against his resume.
I just want John Simon to get retired.
That'd be
I
awesome.
really do.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be cool to see. He's got a couple more ice cream seasons before he has to talk about that, though. But
Since we were talking about baseball, though,
Yeah.
I got a question for you.
yeah,
I was at a Little League game the other night. The umpire has a decision, by the way. He can go behind the plate or in the field.
correct.
Chose to be in the field. Strike zone gets bigger. But what do you feel about, we were talking about pitch count.
Yeah.
A kid pitches 3 innings. Then he goes and catches.
Nope. Don't like it.
Because he's throwing the same amount of pitches back, correct?
Typically.
Yes. So
Typically.
yeah.
I don't like that at all. I don't like a pitcher going to shortstop, to third, or
At second and first, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Maybe right.
well, and I think that's why you're seeing a lot of POs nowadays. And for anybody that doesn't know at home, POs, pitcher only. You're seeing a lot of POs, and you're seeing a lot of coaches say if you're pitching, you're not playing the field. You get to like the 14U level, really the 16 to 18U level, they start pulling them off the field.
Yep.
Because you're giving it's first off what you put in your body. You all right over there? Deep sighing.
No, I'm good.
What you put your body through during pitching, it's a violent action every single time. It should be.
You're giving 100% every single pitch.
Yep.
And then if you're playing the field, though, you can take, I don't want to say take a play off, but you can be like, let your hair down, essentially, and chill a little
Shortstops.
bit.
I mean, that's why shortstops can chew bubble gum and sunflower seeds and all that stuff. And you never see a pitcher out there, very rarely, spitting out sunflower seeds if they're not in the dugout.
It's
You know what I mean?
insane focus, and every single pitch is their best pitch.
It's business.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. I look at the entire baseball field as a mullet, and there's essentially there's party in the front. So you've got your first baseman who's partying. You've got your shortstop who's usually all business. Your second baseman's typically a partier. Third baseman is the craziest son of a gun you've ever met because
Take
he's
it
in
off
the
the
hot
chest or
corner.
the chin, yep.
Yeah, and then you've got the outfielders. They're all partiers. There's
Center
nobody.
field.
Yeah, center fielders. There's no business being had out there. And then you have your catcher, which is typically your guy that wants to be a pitcher, and he's either not coordinated enough or just not tall enough, in my case, to be able to get out there and deal. But yeah, I'm with you. I don't think
Yeah.
that they should pull from pitching and put catching.
That's tough, man.
It's just a bad idea.
It's tough because essentially you're throwing down maybe a couple times. You're throwing it back to the pitcher, whether you're throwing it your best or not.
It's a different arm
still,
slot,
It's
too.
still a pitch, though, man.
It's
You're
a
throwing it back to the mound.
It's different arm slot, and that's where you start to get injured. But hey, let's get to the standings for 16U real quick. Astros and Stevie Les at the top of that division, 2-0 to get things started. Dura Edge also 2-0. Nightline 2-0. Ballistic 2-0. Whiting, the first team at the top of the standings with a loss, 1-1. Creekside 1-1. Avalanche 0-2. Roth Brothers 0-2. Prospects 0-2, and Eagleware 0-2. Again, Astros top of the standings, and they have 17 runs for, no runs against. So it tells you you're starting to see a pattern here. There's emphasis on defense because there's not a whole lot of runs being scored against the Astro Falcons. So interesting. Let's take a look at the 18U. Regular season
This gets a
standing
little
so
bit
far.
interesting, correct? With the 18U.
18U because you never know what you're getting, and you have a couple different rosters that you're using because people have to work. They might be in another league. Everybody saw Chase Franken last night on YSN when the Clippers took on the Raiders. He's on the Astro Falcons, so you have to be, understand where your guys are going to be and react accordingly. Astros 2-0. Don Pletcher taking care of business. 14 runs for, 3 runs against. So that's as an entire organization, the Astro Falcons have given up 5 runs.
That is insane.
That is knowing that you're either recruiting or the pipeline is as strong as the gas lines around here. So the Avalanche sitting in, they're still tied for first, sitting at 2-0. So way to go, Avalanche. 14 runs for, 11 runs against. Then you have the Prospects 2-1. Eagleware 1-1, Roth Brothers 1-1, Dura Edge 1-1, Nightline 1-1, and you go Whiting 1-2. Creekside still looking for their first victory at 0-2, and Ballistic 0-2. The Creekside one is very interesting to me, but they did start out against the Astro Falcons.
They're 0-2, and they gave the Astro Falcons a really good game
Who was
on
their
Monday
save?
night. I mean, it was 3-2, and it was a really competitive outing. So it's not like, Creekside's 0-2 right now, but they're not going to be a team that's going to lay over and take it.
Creekside's second game was Prospects.
So they won two big dogs right out of the gate.
Right.
No, wait. I stand corrected. No, that's tonight.
I think they played
Spoiler
the
alert.
Falcons on Monday night, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, we're looking for the other team, who they played. So I don't see it. No, I don't want to restart. Why? I'm going to get to my G Burger Farms. What's your beef right now? Hey, Bill Gates. Nobody wants to restart a computer in the middle of a show. So leave me alone. You've had 23 and a half hours to give me this, and you decided that 12:17 in the middle of our show is a good time to dial it up. Thanks, Bill. Go back to trying to solve Corona.
Boom roasted.
Boom roasted. So I don't know. I'm lost on this site, but you're starting to see pattern, and it all starts at building that solid base. It all starts from your coaching staff and having recruiters, having guys and girls that know the game. So hats off to the Astro Falcons for continuing. But everybody we talk to, they always say Astro Falcons have that target on their chest and they have it on their back because that's where everybody's looking. So there was a brief time when Baird Brothers was around and Don Pletcher was their manager that Baird Brothers ruled the roost. And people seem to forget that 4 or 5 years there. And I don't want to.
Yeah.
I want to see another team come in and really say, we're going to take a stand. Not that, I love the Astro Falcons. Don't get me wrong. I was never good enough to play for them. But so I know what it's like to be like, let's get them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like...
Well, if you're the Astro Falcons, you're getting everyone's best game.
Every time.
Night in, night out.
Every time. And that's... I said it last night in the broadcast. It has to be exhausting because you're always getting the kid that's throwing... If you're 14, he's throwing 75. If you're 16,
seeing everyone's number one.
80. And if you're the 18s, you've got D1 prospects that are peppered like a steak. It's unbelievable how many D1 prospects are on that team, and their entire starting pitching lineup, their entire pen, they're all going somewhere to play baseball. So, yes, there's a dominant place, and I think when you're part of the Astro organization, you have to welcome that. You've got to get up and say, listen, I might lose, but I know I'm getting somebody's best every single day.
Night.
But they're winning, So their best, the other team's best, is still not on par most nights against the Astro Falcons. That tells you what kind of mentality and what they're breeding there over at Astro. So hats off to them. Hats off to these other teams. I'm really, really intrigued by the prospects right now at all different levels. Really excited for Creekside. I think they'll find their legs.
Oh, they always
I really
do.
do.
They always do.
They're too good not to. You know what I mean? 0-2 can be very deceiving. If they get to 0-5, then it gets a little bit more interesting. But I think that Creekside is going to be a team to watch out for, and I think it's going to be like Happy Gilmore where they start rising up that leaderboard.
Yeah.
So it'll be neat.
I got a throwback for you. You remember
18U
the
plays on
Sluggers
Friday,
used to
right?
have a team.
Sluggers, yep.
Louisville Slugger up there.
Well, they were Ohio Sluggers because
Ohio Sluggers,
that's
yeah.
the one right on. I don't even know what road that is.
It's
on the way up to Boardman.
It's like North Lima area.
Yeah, right past
Yep.
North Lima on the way to Boardman. Yep.
They had a team. Yeah. Oh man, I've been out for too long.
And that's another question. if you've
long.
been on a team in Class B and they're no longer there, we want to hear what team you were on. I was on Altel, so
Riser Group
I
and
mean,
Dave Sugar.
Yeah, I mean, I was on the Express. Express no longer around either. That was led by Jerry Hunter.
My
and
team
then
got taken over essentially by A to Z though.
Levy Steele was there. Goldsteins. I'm trying to think of all the other teams, but the one constant, I feel like James Earl Jones, the one constant, Ray, through all the years has been the Astro Falcons.
Wasn't there like a trucking? It was something trucking.
Arnell? I think it was Arnell.
R&L trucking. Yeah, that sounds.
I think it was Arnell Trucking. I think they did a sponsorship. Rondinelli was a big one. I wish I could remember all the teams we played.
Those jerseys are sweet. They were green and orange. Those are sweet.
Yeah, because they look like Miami.
Yep.
Yep.
That's why I like them.
But they had some ugly ones when I was there because
They
it
had
was just green and white.
They had a white one that was not. I didn't like the white.
We had some on the Express. The Altel jerseys were sick. My first ever stitched jersey ever, and I was number 44 or something. Like it was just like, here, bullpen catcher, go. It was like a triple XL. I'm sitting there. I'm like the jersey's bigger than anything.
It's still sweet though.
Well, I rocked it. I wore it to school. That's the stuff that got you excited.
When you're proud to put something on, oh heck yeah.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah.
And I had nothing to do with wins and losses. I was just there for the ride.
Oh yeah.
But it was fun to see because, again, when you play the Astro Falcons on Scene 1, there's a little bit of an intimidation. You know what I mean? You learn how to rise to the occasion over the years, but that first time I'll never forget it because I'm staring down the barrel of the Astro Falcons on an 8 p.m. game, and Red Baker's the announcer, and he does as
Get
only
off
he
the
can
line.
do. Yeah, no playing catch on the line. So I get my first at bat in the game. I think we're getting trounced, and Bill Diorio calls my name and number, and he goes, "Get in there, get your hacks." I said, "Okay." So now batting for Altel, number 44, DJ Yoakley, and I was like, goosebumps. I'm like ready to go because I've never had my name announced during a baseball game.
It's awesome too, right? And you get there's some music in between.
Yeah,
and you
it
got the
was-
goosebumps going. It feels like. You play baseball growing up?
No.
I mean,
I
it's
played.
I did for a little
Aye.
bit. But
I played Challenger League. Does that count?
Yep.
I was the
That does
Astros.
count.
I was the
But, like,
Astros
it's like-
tapes. So
it's
and then I played
it's like
Special
a
Olympics
major
softball.
league setting. You know what I mean? Walking up and they say your name and there's some music and
It's a special place because it's hard to put into. Oh, I just licked the microphone. Ugh.
gross.
Yeah.
Rona.
I know. That's it. I'm
No,
in.
no, not the Rona.
2
You're gonna
week
get
quarantine.
Potesta.
The
You're gonna get the
Potesta.
Potesta because
Damn,
he's the
that's
one using
worse.
that mic.
The Potesta virus.
5 flats can go to bed.
Hey, Rob Potesta. He's been doing Harry Carey lately, and he's really good at it. He's been milking that cow. There's a magic to Scene Park that when you're there, it wears off. But if you don't go there for a while, Thorny, I saw it happen to Thorny last night. He was doing the game with me, and he was walking around like a little kid because it's been 7-8 years since he's done anything there. And he worked there. And he played there. I take that back. He didn't play there, so I apologize, Thorny. But he was like a little kid because he said, it's been so many years since I've been here, but the feeling's still there.
Yeah.
Like, you get the bubble guts. You get, every time I walk through it's not turnstile. Every time I walk through the pipes, you get that feeling like this is Scene Park. This is special. Because as soon as you get by the parking lot, you walk over, Scene 1 hits you like a snowball in the face.
It's a nostalgia.
It is.
I remember we were playing Kryptonite, South Range, but it's been so long since I've been on Scene 1. I kid you not, I touched first base, I went and touched second, I stood on the mound, I went and touched third, home, I did it all.
Yep.
I walked all over. I was like, I'm gonna get my work out of this. So
I have, for those who don't know, I have the man cave at my house. It's PNC Park, and the other day I thought, you know what? I think I might redo it. I might have somebody come in and paint Scene Park in
That'd be
my
awesome.
basement. So we're keeping that on the back burner. But I think that'd be cool because I think there'd be someone that I know Mr. Sean would appreciate it. He'd think that's really neat. But that place, PNC Park holds a special place regardless. But Seton Park is part of my DNA. You know, it's part of what makes me me and every day. When I get up and out of bed, it's like stitched in me. You know what I mean? Same as you and you know, it'd be the same like you, Quinn, with Lisbon basketball. It's like if something happened to Seton Park or there was no baseball this year, that was my biggest tragedy. That was it right there, is the fact that there was no baseball at Seton Park. But in talking to Mr. Seton, no baseball this year makes the park look so much better because the grass actually got a chance to grow. And he said not in 25 years has the grass been this thick, and it's
It looks
beautiful.
super green.
Oh, it's
Super
very
green.
good. Very good right now. So the teams are having a good time with it. We're having a good time with it. We've got more games tonight. Ronnie Poe will have the call starting at 6 o'clock on Field 1. And, of course, Friday, we are going to have, pillar-to-post action. Andrew Fallett is going to be our guy on Field 3. Now, he's not going to call it, so I know a lot of people will probably drop their phones and right there. They're like, oh, no. He's not going to be calling the games for us. He's going to be doing he joined our team officially yesterday, and he's going to be doing the scoreboard for us as well as making sure commercials get up on 3 and making sure these kids get coverage, which is the most important thing of all of it. But we are going to have 2 games on 1, 2 games on 2, 2 games on 3, 6 games in total on YSN from Seton Park. So we've got it completely covered from everywhere you look. So we have a caller. Okay. Hang on 1 second, caller.
Oh no.
Apparently we don't have a caller. And I can see there, but oh well. So if you're
back.
out there, call back. I swear I didn't hang up on you. I hit the call button.
It happened to me too when I was.
No,
first
we know
out.
you
hung
hung
up.
up.
I hung
We
up.
reviewed the
Screw this,
tape.
dude. Click. Telemarketer, click.
Click. Raiders fan.
Click.
So when you look at it, for me, it's all about at the end of the day, Seton Park, and you know, if you watch YSN, you know how much I love Seton Park and all the action that goes out there. But we did have other action last night, guys. It was Lisbon and Western Reserve, and it was not Springfield, South Range. That was a big faux pas. South Range and Columbiana. South Range 17-2. And that was one of those dream matches that everybody wanted to see. And South Range came out and said, "Huh?" And that was it. I mean, you
What
give
was the
credit.
final?
17-2.
Did Franken play for Columbiana?
Franken did play for Columbiana, and the big names showed up for South Range as well. So
I did tune in a little bit, and I heard Garing.
Garings was there. Dominguez got some.
Who was on the bump?
Dominguez was for a while. I think Pancake got work. The plan was Pancake and Garing would get basically bullpens.
That's what I said on Tuesday.
Yep.
They used that as a bullpen.
Yep. So they used it.
See, I'm not too stupid.
Because Jake is going to pitch on Saturday, so it's going to be interesting. But I had a chance to talk to Jake's dad a little bit and get he's like, Jake just needs a bullpen right now, so they're going to go, and he was either going to get it. Yeah, he was either going to get it at Columbiana's field during a game, or he was going to get it somewhere else. So that was the biggest thing for last night, and unfortunately, Columbiana fell right on that day that Jake needed a bullpen. So tough luck right there. But I mean, that's one of those games that everybody has looked to for so many years when they said, "Hey, we want to see Columbiana versus South Range. We want to see the best against the best. We want to see Franken versus Garing."
Now, is it different in a school setting though? Like not a
Probably
school
would've
setting,
been a
but like
little
a
bit-
school league.
I was worried. I'm not going to lie to you. I was really concerned because there's nothing on the line. And that's usually when something happens, right? You watch all these documentaries, you read all these stories, and that's usually when something happens. And there's so much talent on one field with those two teams that I kind of was waiting for a text message, like with bated breath, that
Just saying,
something was
"Oops."
going to happen. You know,
Oops,
and
thanks.
I'm close with a lot of those teams, with both those teams, but with a lot of the players, a lot of the families, and I didn't want to, and I'm usually an all-in guy. Like, let's go get it. But It was a glorified scrimmage. Yes, it's a league officially, but it was a glorified scrimmage. There was nothing on the line. It wasn't to go to the next level in state. It wasn't for anything. And I'm just grateful, so grateful. And I said my prayers last night. I said, thank you, God, so much that Chase and Jake and Pancake and, I mean, you name the player, Dylan Dominguez, right down the line, none of them got hurt because that would have been an absolute tragedy. One of my biggest concerns with this league, this community ball, is yes, they're playing community ball, but they're also playing travel or Scene Park. So
Where do your eggs lie, essentially?
I mean, Billy Mack said it the other day. You've got to treat this like it's March 1st, not June 1st. And a lot of these kids and a lot of these parents, a lot of these coaches are thinking, hey, it's June 18th right now. We're fine. You don't have the reps that you had last June 18th.
Is it really?
I mean, and parents and players and coaches, they've got to do what's best for them. But from my standpoint, I sit back and I'm like, if there's not that much on the line, what are you doing? But when you get it explained to you that a bullpen's a bullpen is a bullpen, whether you're doing it live, and let's face it,
it's a little different live.
pitchers are competitors,
Yeah.
right? And they want live action, and I want you to hit my best to see what it is. But we're gonna take a break. We'll get back and we'll talk a little bit about Dr. Fauci. I don't know if you guys saw what he came out and said this morning, but I don't like what he has to say about
Fauci,
football.
I don't like his name, so.
Do you know who Dr. Fauci is?
No, but you said enough.
Google him during the break. We're going to take a break on the YSN Power Hour. We want you to join us, 330-886-0813. We take your questions, your calls, right after the break.
21
Good evening,
News.
and thank you for joining us.
Let's get right to our top
More
story
experienced reporters
tonight. A new Wilmington restaurant.
GM Lordstown.
telling more local stories
We'll look at
Baby
efforts
boy
to
is
curb
recovering from a broken.
around our
Good
valley
Community in
afternoon.
Niles,
We are
one
here in
Triangle Valley
Youngstown, right
business.
because you expect
important for everyone. No place like home.
more local news.
In Mercer County
Before
Court.
they become life-threatening.
21 News is our valley's #1 local news.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring, and, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
Hello, I'm Greg Burbick with G. Burbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gburbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Burbick Farms, it just tastes better.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The YSN Power Hour brought to you proudly by the sponsors at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, right below me, right below my picture. Repping the Orioles hat today. I'm trying to wear a different hat and a different shirt every time I come on this show.
I would hope a different shirt. I mean, you don't wear the same shirt once in the same week.
Well, I've got, thank you, Quinn. I don't even want to give a number of how many shirts I have, but I'm thinking that I have probably as many hats. I'm thinking.
You do have a lot of hats.
I just got 4 more. Well, this was one of them. I got the other Orioles hat with the bird, and I got a St. Louis Cardinals hat, the red one, and I got my favorite hat, which is the Cardinal sitting on the bat.
Before COVID or whatever hit, me and Yoakley, we'd probably go to the gym. What you would?
Yep.
5 days a week,
Yep.
6 days a week. He had a different hat to match his outfit every day.
Had
of the
to.
week.
Had to.
Every day of the week. So yes, he does have a lot of hats.
Look good, play good, feel good.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
So
I was disgusting with the trash bag on, so I mean, I look gross, bro.
yeah, you were. That trash bag is
Just ran 5 this morning. I'm about to go run probably 3 or 4 more later.
I'll be right behind you.
Come on.
No, I'll get I'll get 40 yards and I'll be done. Hey, also, while we're here, there's somebody that's missing from this table across from me. Anthony filled in so graciously, but we're missing Ricardo.
Ricardo, I like that.
Ricardo
I was looking
Giuliano.
for something to call him. I like Ricardo.
Ricardo Giuliano is not in his regular scheduled seat. Texted me 11:11 today. Said, DJ, I'm not going to be at Power Hour. I'm going to be coaching at my brother's game. And I said, no problem, Richie. I'm cool with it. Then I started thinking, today was the day my man was going to run the 40. Because he couldn't do it on Tuesday. And then I started thinking, Ricardo is afraid of the 40-yard dash.
Is he afraid, or is he just not? Does he not want to lose to you?
I think people are starting to figure out that the leaderboard's getting longer, right? So now they're figuring out that they can't match up where they typically in their head probably want to match up. So I'd be interested to see where Ricardo comes in, and he's running. So to that, I quote the great Brian Andrews of Westminster College, and I say, if you're scared, get a dog, because at this point,
if you're scared, go to church.
If you're scared, go to church. You need Jesus and some cleats, right, Quinn?
Yeah, cleats.
We got to get Quinn back out there. We are.
I want to see his official time. I want to see his official time.
We were going to do something really cool today. I was really excited. My wife even got on board on this.
Oh, let's go.
We were gonna. It's a stim. It's pronounced stim. Stim. Stim.
Stimulator.
We have a stim machine at the Yoakley house.
What does it go to?
What do you mean?
It's the highest level.
Oh, I think it's like 10. I mean, they just have a thing.
I'll take it.
It's 10, but it isn't 10.
What do you mean it's not 10?
It's like 100.
So if you're familiar with a stim machine, it is an electronic machine that pulses. It's electricity through your body. It shocks you, and it works on your muscles, but it contracts them and expands them. And we were going to have a little challenge on the show that each person on the show had to put the stim machine on for an entire segment. And as soon as I said that, before I even got the words out, Quinn was like, not doing it, not going to do it, not doing it. More words than he said the entire show on Tuesday were coming out of his mouth from his desk across the way.
We get 20 views and 5 comments. I will have it on the highest level for 5 minutes.
20 views and 5 comments?
And I will have it on for 5 minutes.
You might poop yourself.
So let me ask you this.
I did do that earlier.
Where are you going to put it? I was gonna say
lower back. I guess it's pretty sensitive.
I was gonna say put it on your stomach or put it on your arm.
Put it on an arm.
Your stomach, dude.
Don't put it on your stomach.
Yeah, I mean,
stomach.
Let's go.
Here, let's do this. If you comment and you want to,
we get 5 comments. I mean that weighs out. So you vote stomach or arm.
You can vote stomach or arm. And I would also say Billy Mack is chiming in because he's all up for anybody getting hurt but him. I would also say
I don't think anyone promotes the YSN brand more than me, right? I mean, maybe Yoke.
Absolutely, I have to.
He's putting his body on the line, though. I mean, man.
And I'm 3-0 against Kel, so.
You are 3-0. I texted him. I said, first off, I said, "Happy birthday, Kelly." He said,
his birthday today?
It was his birthday on
Happy belated, Kel.
Wednesday, Monday, something like that. So I texted him happy birthday, and then I said, hey Kel, Tristan's 2-0 against you. He's triumphant, and he just didn't. I saw the bubbles, and then they went away. So I'm like, oh man, he might be getting pissed. So we'll see. Quinn, you don't count.
Good and bad.
You don't count.
I count.
He said stomach.
So just for that, Quinn has to put on his stomach. After your Mountain Dew?
No, too much carbonation.
Can you imagine?
It'd be like
I'm good.
Stomach acid
I put
volcano.
those things on for my back. I hate them.
If Tristan does it, I'll do it too. So
Let's go.
we'll do it that route. So we'll do it later in the show. So if you want to see us put stim on and crank it up, now we got to do the same number. So we got to agree on a number.
We'll start and then work our way up.
We'll see who can handle the most for the longest. What do you think?
Yeah.
Loser has to buy lunch.
Yeah.
Deal. All right. There
I'll
it
bite
is.
through
It's
the
official.
table if I take it off.
So we'll have a STEM challenge. We'll do that at 2:30. You guys are gonna have to remind me and keep an eye on the clock. So we'll have the STEM challenge. Tristan versus myself. And hopefully this doesn't turn into a legit thing where we have to do that. But I'm excited about this, guys. Dr. Fauci. He's the guy at the national level for America that's basically dictating and telling people what they need to do. At this point, he is the chief and general flip-flopper of America from Corona's perspective, because nobody at this point knows what the hell they're talking about. We finally figured it out. We're talking to scientists, and they're like, we don't know. It changes every day.
Yeah.
And now you've got this guy who is a professional, so to speak, who now we're listening to give us insight on sports all of a sudden. I mean, I would say that he probably played a sport maybe in his life of golf.
Maybe T-ball or something.
Or badminton. I think it's pronounced correctly. But like, he came out, and we know the situation at hand with the NBA. They're all going to play in a bubble if they play. And he comes out today and says, football needs to follow suit. Football needs to play in a bubble.
Totally disagree.
What? First off, you're right, Quinn. You can't.
Is there a bubble big enough? I mean,
you logistically can't do it.
Well, it would be Las Vegas, like Quinn said during the break. But
money-wise, yes, I see that. But
I mean, just space-wise, you can't do it.
Who's your favorite NFL team?
Browns.
Okay, so Browns Steelers in Vegas. Is it still Browns? It is still Browns
still
Steelers,
is.
but is it Browns Steelers?
well, it would be Steelers everywhere because Steelers fans travel and Browns
Yeah,
fans
but
don't.
the nostalgia is not the same.
No.
You're getting people in Vegas. Oh, no, the Browns Steelers win. Let me go. It's not.
That takes away the whole Green Bay playing in winter.
Yeah, Green Bay playing the
takes out a
Bears
huge-
in the frozen tundra.
But
It's not the same.
But the same conversation has happened for years about the Super Bowl. They want it to be equal playing field, da. Like, if it's an equal playing field and you're playing football, if you're Green Bay and you're playing in a warm weather climate, that's not an equal playing field if you're playing Miami or Tampa Bay.
How was the equal play? Wasn't it the Raiders with the fumble, with the tuck fumble with
Yep,
Tom Brady?
tuck rule, yep.
So how is that equal playing field when the Patriots play in winter a lot?
There was 7 feet
And
of
then
snow.
Yeah.
You asked the Raiders to come over who just got done surfing.
Yeah,
Hey,
so-
by the way, go play in 6 inches of snow.
They-
Raiders were winning though too. That was
Yeah,
the
they
thing.
won the
yeah,
Raiders were
I'm
winning.
just saying though. It's
Yeah.
They have to overcome not only the snow, but then they have to overcome the officials who gave the tuck rule to Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So, which started the legacy of Tom Brady. Because if the tuck rule doesn't happen, I'm still convinced none of this ever happens.
and then Adam Vinatieri hit the field goal of his life. I mean,
Well,
6
they
feet of
also
snow.
came out and brushed all the snow away
They did
so he
because
could
they had
kick
like
it.
2 minutes during that review.
So all of that stuff goes around it. I mean, bottom line to me is we can't play football in a bubble.
no way.
You shouldn't play basketball in
You
a bubble.
logistically can't do
You're
it.
gonna lose.
You
them.
logistically could do it. If basketball does it,
Basketball is easier though.
why?
Less
you can-
people, less traveling stuff. What
Yeah,
do you
and
mean?
you can have like 4
Like
courts
football,
in
you gotta take everything.
You know, in a building and have 4 games going on at once in basketball. You can't do that with
How are you going to get 16 games in a day in football?
Oh no, you won't. That's
can't.
the
You
thing.
can't in a-
so
in a
so
weekend, you can't
my
do it.
my
So you're
first
gonna
point.
shorten the season.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
you just got to space
Nope.
it
Nope.
out
Nope.
consistently.
Let's think about this, guys. If football is played every day but Saturday, in which they can do, it gives them an opportunity to play 2 games a day.
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. It's going to screw up everybody.
So what's your primetime games? You don't have one.
Every day's
How
prime
do you
time.
justify the scheduling? Though?
It's still 12
How do you play on a
games,
Monday and then the next week you play on
24
a Sunday?
teams.
What's that?
It's still only 12 games.
Well, if let's say you
Yeah.
play 3 games, you play 3 games on a Sunday. You do a
You
triple
get your
header,
bye weeks.
and you bye weeks. So
But I don't think you could logistically do it, traveling and all that. Like what you have to bring in.
why?
You're dumping your. I mean,
I traveled with YSU. We carried a ton of stuff.
I can
do you
see
mean
where
carry?
he's coming from. That's a
Equipment.
lot of
You got to
stuff.
bring a whole. You have to set up locker rooms. You got to then sanitize it if you're all in one stadium and all that stuff. There's no time.
Oh, there's time. All of this can be done. Unless we would not be having this conversation, and Fauci would have not said what he said.
Fauci, I hate that
Fauci
damn
said what
name.
he
See?
said 'cause he doesn't care. He has nothing to lose.
The
He's not
NFL is
one
going
doing
to
it.
trust me. The NFL is going to get back behind this, and they're going to say we can make money 6 days out of the week instead of 3.
I'm not a fan of Goodell, man. I think Goodell's going to jump all over it just because I think he's
Because he's a snake,
He's
and
a
he won't.
weasel.
He
Well, then you
won't
gotta-
have
He's a weasel.
Portnoy come into his house.
Places.
He's a weasel.
You're bringing 30 teams into one city too.
It's Las Vegas, bro.
Yeah, but then you got all the tourists in Las Vegas and all that stuff. that's
What
still
tourists in
there.
Las Vegas? Everything's
I'm
shut
sh-
down.
it's
But
still-
okay, so
if they're bringing an entire NFL season to Vegas,
it's
they're
so
gonna
hard to
open
get
up
to.
the
It's
city.
gonna be so hard to
No,
get to that
they're not.
stadium. It's like right off
Betting.
the thing.
Vegas is run on betting.
You can bet online.
It don't matter.
We can run across. You can run across the street because it's literally right on the strip. It's come right off that exit. Run across the street.
If there's
Go to
anywhere,
the gym.
It's Vegas.
Put it down.
if
and
there's
leave.
anywhere that you can do it, it's Las Vegas. I thought Dallas. Dallas is big enough. Texas is certainly big enough, but Texas is his own
Oh,
country.
you know, Big Daddy
Business
Jerry's
was
gonna
in
throw his
Vegas,
name in a hat though.
Well, he's the guy that makes the NFL shake, and that's why I thought that Dallas. But I think
Dallas
Quinn's
can
got
host the
something.
NFL. It's Vegas for the business.
What?
Vegas needs it for the business. The business side of the NFL would be Vegas.
Where's good? If you're good at, where are you going?
I don't understand the business side of the NFL.
You want to make money, you're going to go to Vegas. You're not going to go to Dallas.
Why?
Why would you? You make more money in Vegas because then you get into your betting and stuff.
You can bet in any.
Yes, I know that.
So what is your point?
You're going to make more money in Vegas than you would in Dallas, guaranteed.
You're not going to have fans. So when you say
Well,
money,
I don't know that though because I think you could always get fans in Vegas for the fact that people are always there and just like, oh wait, the Cowboys are playing. What do you want to do tonight?
Vegas is shut
let's go.
down, as far as I know, still, because so
Boom roasted myself because I forgot about that.
yeah.
But then
so
how are they going to bring in an NFL season if they're shut down? You got to open it
You
up to
just
bring
don't.
them in.
You don't have fans.
you don't have fans.
You still got to bring in people.
What are you gonna do,
People for
You
what?
still got to open it up.
Two
the
people to a-
players, the
two
coaches,
people
all
to a
this stuff. You
blackjack
still
table
got to
in
bring it
Vegas.
in.
No, quit.
You're-
It's
you
close to
can't
the
stop.
public, but you have a league come in.
If they're going to bring in the NFL, they're going to open up the city.
No, they're not.
Okay, watch.
I feel like Disney World's opening up on July 11th.
Yeah,
Vegas will probably be opened up by this fall if Disney's.
it could. But what I'm saying is, if we're gonna do this bubble thing, they're not gonna let everybody come back into the city. They're gonna
No.
be like, "You're out.
Quarantine.
We're putting all our chips and all our eggs in this basket, and leave us alone." And if you don't think the NFL has enough money to do that, and Vegas isn't gonna be like, "Listen, we're in," because Vegas is losing money on sports betting because there's no sports. So if Vegas and the NFL come to agreement, which I'm just gonna guess they will, they'll keep the fans out. They'll keep Vegas shut down. All the hotels will go to the NFL players, which would be sufficient enough to be able to do 32 teams. And then there you go. And then you talk about you're talking about a bus or buses that you could keep your gear on. And the equipment managers, the equipment teams would utilize the buses, put it on. They'd utilize the locker rooms, sanitize. That stadium, trust me, from everything I've seen of it,
Is it done?
is plenty big enough.
It's done.
I believe
I think
so.
it's done now.
It's plenty big enough to host teams or whatever. And the other thing is, you can bring teams in to watch the games. You could, to be the fans, the same way that the WWE does, because they're essentially quarantined together. Now, the question becomes, and they were talking about it last night, if two players on a basketball team, I know I'm flipping to basketball, but same thing for football, two players on a football team get corona, is it isolated, or do you shut the entire team down and quarantine the entire team?
Unfortunately, I think they shut the entire team down.
So what happens if, and it's 2-week quarantine, what do you do if at the end of the day you got 4 guys that have coronavirus out of 56 or
But you're
50,
still gonna
whatever
have to test the rest of those, so you're not gonna let those out because they have to get their test. And
Even
it takes
still-
a week to get it back.
Yeah, and then you're quarantined for 2 weeks. You can't have 2 weeks of bye, and you're not going to change a bye week because one team has it. So you're talking about forfeits. It is a mess. It is a mess.
So let's say basketball, the Lakers, someone, you know what? You're out. Doesn't matter what seed you are, you're done. You know what I mean? Is that what they're gonna do? Is that what you're asking? Like, what are they gonna do with those teams?
I'm still baffled by trying to put them all in a bubble. First off, I'm not behind the idea of putting all the basketball teams in a bubble. If you have to put them in a bubble or put them all in the same spot, don't play. If you're scared, get a dog and go to church, right? I get it. I understand it. Do I want sports back? Yes. Do I think this is an incredible knee-jerk reaction? Are we hiding behind Corona now? Yes. I feel that personally.
I do too.
I think basketball not only is hiding behind Corona, but now they're hiding behind racial injustices to not play basketball.
I think you said it the best, though. Everyone's looking for someone to make a move, but no one's making that move, except for golf and UFC.
Well, who was it last night that it was Kyle Korver that came out and said, listen, if my teammates are not comfortable playing basketball, then I'm not going to play basketball. When did this, again, it's almost like when we were talking about Fauci and DeWine and, Dr.
Fauci,
Acton.
there's that damn name.
When did we realize that this was not about flattening the curve anymore, and this was about finding a cure? Like, we were told that it was about flattening the curve, and that's why everything was shut down. And once the spike went down, then we were okay. They were going to open things back up. We're still opening things back up. People are still out of work. People are still out of their jobs, their businesses, their livelihoods, because we're going to take our time. I mean, me personally, I'm going to throw it out there just now. Rainbow Dreamland in East Palestine is still closed, but the other playground is open in the same park. Makes no sense to me. Makes no sense. And there's a memo that goes out, and they say, you can't be on this one, but you can be on this one. Stop. They opened they opened the playgrounds in June 10th.
Yep.
That's coming from DeWine. We opened this. Let it go.
It's out of your hands
scared.
at that point.
Everybody's scared.
If it comes from the top, it's out of your hands.
Everybody, and I know people were getting hurt. I know people that that have corona, but it's on the downturn. Just because the Cowboys and the Texans get it, it's moved east to west hard.
Yeah.
Right? And they're getting everything we had a month ago. So take that. You know what I mean? And we knew that there was going to be another spike. We knew that
take that west.
Take it west. Zeke
from the East Coast, baby.
Manifest destiny.
But from our standpoint, from my standpoint, I shouldn't say from our standpoint. From my standpoint, I think everybody's just being a little bit soft right now. And yes,
right.
I understand that there is a danger out there with COVID-19, but our numbers are down. Every single chart I've seen, our numbers are down, and everybody's just waiting and scared of the second. Like, get a dog.
Well, because no one wants to make that leap. You said it time and time again. No one wants to be the leader. Everyone wants to be the follower.
Well, that's
no one wants to make the wrong moves.
It's like sitting in class and no one wants to be the first person to turn their test in.
I was always the first
remember
one
those
to turn
days in high school, so you're all sitting there.
Yeah, I was like,
and as soon as one person turns it in, then there's like a mass exodus of people that stand up and go turn it in because all those people didn't want to be the first one to.
In college, I was like, I'm getting the hell out.
Oh yeah, college.
I got over that.
I'm never going to see these
quick.
people after this class.
No, that was one of my things. I had a terrible problem with zoning out, like during tests. Like, couldn't focus, couldn't do anything like that. I'd zone out. The first kid, like you said, would stand up and go take his test, put his test on the desk, and I'm like, oh, I haven't even started. My bad.
Yeah.
See. I'll have to tell you guys a story about my first college essay that I wrote, because didn't read anything. Like, I haven't picked up a book since like 9th grade, like for legitimate reasons, for college, for high school. Don't do that, kids. Don't do that. You can make it. It ain't pretty. It ain't pretty.
It's tough,
it's a lot of grit your senior year. But I wrote this essay. It was about the Western Civ, right? Western civilization, and I ended up writing about baseball gods and how they. Dude, he gave me a C on it. And I was like, well, I turned it in. I'm like, maybe college isn't for me. And then he gives me a C on it. He's like, very creative. Probably the most creative writing I've seen in a long time. I'm like,
score.
Hey, let's go.
Awesome, man. C's get degrees at this point.
Absolutely.
Like, just get me through.
Yeah.
So it was an interesting. I mean, that's not anywhere near what we're talking about. But I just want to say Fauci again, so Tristan gets pissed.
Fauci, damn it, Fauci. But like you said, turning in a test. I always listen. That's how I live my life. I'm giving everyone a piece of advice. 90% of the people you see in public, if you're afraid to do something, you're never going to see that mother hummer again.
Yep.
Just do it. Who cares? Who cares?
And listen, you might be a trendsetter.
Run in that
they might. Don't run in a trash bag. Don't run in a trash bag.
Don't do that.
Especially when it's 98 degrees outside. Like there were times I legitimately worried about you when I see you running that trash bag. I'm like, your skin has to breathe. There's a reason you're sweating. You're trying to cool down. And when you're a $110 trying to lose weight, probably also not a great thing. Unless you're trying to fight like the Tinkerbell.
Just run out. Yeah, I just run out all the virus. That's what I was doing.
You run out the virus?
That's what I was doing.
In 2008?
Fauci, take notes. I want him in Rough and Rowdy.
You want Fauci?
Just because his dumb name.
Fauci?
You can fight Manfred. We'll team up.
Oh man, can you imagine a tag team match?
Let's go.
Me and you versus Manfred and Fauci.
What's your finishing move? Mine's Sweet Chin Music. Shout out HBK.
Shout out Tim Vargo. What are you just shouting out?
Oh, dude, that was my practice round.
Connect.
Now I know that's my move.
My man was hitting all the red squares. Connect 4. Wow.
He says, who starts with a kick? I said, I fight on the defensive. Don't come bull rushing at me unless you want kicked in the teeth.
And you got him.
He got him.
You got him. HBK over the Heartbreak Kid, Tristan Reynolds, delivering the the goods
And
on
that's
the
a true
Sweet Chin
story.
Music.
That's a true story.
I would probably be a pedigree guy. Like I idolize Triple H. I don't know what my finishing move. What would your finishing move be?
I have no idea.
You would be like
Never
something
even thought
boring
of
like a choke slam.
Never even thought of that.
You've never thought about your finishing
Mr.
move in wrestling?
Sacco.
Dude, I'm leaving tire tracks on your back as a finishing move.
Okay.
You're
Run
going.
run you
like
straight
burn it
over,
out.
man.
Anthony calls for it, wheels over us. That's it.
I wish I could do the 619, but that actually killed a guy.
Yeah, that killed. Brick killed a guy. I think.
You might want to lay low for a while.
I think the stunner would be mine.
I like the stunner.
Stunner's where it's at. One of my
The
favorite.
stunner's only good though if your opposing person
sells it. Oh yeah, The
Vince
Rock.
McMahon sold it really good
Yep.
too.
The Rock did it really well. Scott Hall.
They're like bouncing around.
Yeah, it was good. Let's make that our question for Power Hour. What would be your finishing move if you were in a legitimate fight and went to finish it? And what would it be and why? We want to hear you on the YSN Power Hour. We're going to take a break, come back. The 1 o'clock hour is upon us. We're going to talk a little bit about Major League Baseball. Players want to play. Owners, do they? We'll find out.
Players
after
want to
this.
play, or the owner's going to pay.
Potato's going to potate after this.
Ah, the details. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods is one fine ride. Perfect cornering, superb handling, sporty and stylish, power to spare, plus awesome mileage. Yeah, jaw-droppingly beautiful lines and well appointed with luxurious trim. Put more oomph in your life and start beholding the molding. Find your home's fine hardwood at BairdBrothers.com. Storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air,
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
online,
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
on social media, and on our app.
Day in the showers, I'm keeping my eye on in parts of Columbiana County.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN. What's up, everybody? It is the 1 o'clock hour. Well, maybe not quite yet. 12:59 as it sits right now. DJ Yoakley on this side of the table. On the flip, it's Anthony Hartwig, Tristan Reynolds, and Quinn Pushkar with the sweet-looking shirt, man. Black and purple. And that was your fight against cancer night, right?
I do like that. Were you guys purple and they were pink, or?
Yeah. We played at Columbiana. They had the white jerseys. Obviously, they were home with pink, and we had black and purple.
Who did the unis? Or do you guys just have them special made?
Huxell has a guy.
That's pretty cool.
That's all I know.
$100
That's
is
always
China.
has to
That's
be.
all I know.
$100 is
Probably.
China. I'm just saying because I'm a China guy as well.
I do like those. I mean, I like the colorway.
I like it too. They did look like Heartland Christian. I'm not gonna lie. Like it like announcing the game, it was weird. Like because usually blue is Lisbon,
Yeah.
red is Columbiana. Now Columbiana was a shade of red
Yeah.
with pink, and
Like an infrared.
yeah, well, it was just. I mean, it looked like Columbia. Like from that far, it was. You could tell it was pink, but it was like a darker pink. But it was black jerseys with purple for Lisbon, and it kind of threw me off the entire
Yeah,
night.
I
I'm
would
not
have.
gonna lie to
Yeah,
you.
throw me off too.
So it was interesting because your brain doesn't work the way that it should, right? You're sitting there, you're calling a game, and I think I actually did say Heartland a couple of times, and Mark Franken's like, "What are you doing?" Because he works at Heartland, so
Accident.
it was fun. It was a fun experience, a great experience by brothers-in-law that host this game every year. And does it flip back and forth?
Yeah.
Okay, so next year it'll be.
So
at
this was the
Lisbon?
first year for it.
Yeah, it's usually, I think it's our second game against Columbiana. So I think next year we're going to be in the pink.
You're going to be in the pink.
Yeah, just the way because we got generic jerseys one for pink for breast cancer and then one for purple for, is that pancreatic, I believe.
Yes.
And it's just, we're just going to
okay, I
flip
like
back
that.
and
I
forth
like
the
that.
entire time.
That's cool. I thought it was specific for like each coach, like pancreatic because something in Todd's family, and I thought it was pink because something
It could have been.
in
It could have been something like that.
Huck's family. I don't know. I mean, you know more than I do. I thought that's what they said, but I could be completely off base.
That
so I
might be
apologize.
why we chose those colors. I'm not 100% sure. But
I would imagine it had something to do with it.
But we're just going to keep flipping back and forth the entire time.
Because reality is, people. I mean, and it sucks. I mean, when Livestrong was out, it was yellow. Everything was yellow. Cancer was yellow, and then
Black was
breast
it.
cancer was pink. And, I mean, and now there's a different color for everyone, and not everyone gets represented the way it should. So, I'd love to bring light to that. I'd love to have get to the point where we can have 1 month for a charity every single month, and wear that color the month. You know? So that would be cool. Like we have the wristbands available from Wristbands America. I have the pink one for YSN and the blue one for YSN, just because those are my girls' favorite colors. So I every time I take it, it's for them. So people that were, not that anybody ever asked, but if you're ever wondering, that's why. So I do want to give a shout out before we get back on. One of my good buddies, Scott Resitar, over in Boardman, part of that Ballistic Baseball, and I want to shout out to Colin Resitar, who is 12th right now. He was part of that Boardman baseball team that won the state championship last year. He is immortalized on our wall as a mural. He threw a complete game no-hitter, 1 walk, 17 Ks yesterday. 77 pitches. So...
That's impressive.
Wow. Wowsy.
17 Ks?
17 Ks.
How many pitches?
77.
Wow.
That's impressive.
I know for a fact that Colin has been training since the day
after
they won. Actually, that was
They won it all.
Yeah, they won the state championship. He lost a ton of weight and devoted himself to going to the major leagues. Like he wants to be drafted.
I freaking love it.
He loved the coverage. Dad obviously loved the coverage that they got on YSN, but like he, instead of like resting on his laurels and being a regular 12-year-old or 11-year-old that just wants to go like, play Call of Duty or whatever they're playing, Fortnite, and he decided that he's going to go running and jogging every day. And it started out small, and man, he looks good. He looks good for a 12-year-old. And if you were to do a comparison of what he looked like last year, what he looks like this year, and we thought he was incredible last year, my man is torching whatever league that he's in. So, now, naturally, it was rec ball, so there's a little bit of...
But still, those numbers are insane.
Listen, you can only beat the guys they put in front of you, though.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's my thing. 17 Ks, that's
a lot of 3-pitch strikeouts if he only used 77 pitches.
Yeah.
I mean...
And he brings cheese. I mean, it is...
Adios.
You bring the sour cream, he brings the cheddar, and you guys have Ruffles.
I love it.
So it is...
I'm a big queso guy myself.
You're a queso guy? Quinn's big into. What did you have? Chipotle the other?
Just
food in general.
You like queso on your Chipotle?
No, not on it.
I do.
Is the
Yeah, me
is the
too.
10,000 calorie thing still tomorrow?
No, I don't think so. They never
Oh
responded
yeah,
back.
what the hell happened to that? I want to watch you die.
He's gonna die. We're gonna get Potesta to call it because you got to call this Florida. He's gonna die.
I seriously want to come all day just watch you do it.
I'm gonna be shoveling you food underneath the table.
I don't eat. I am gonna.
You gotta represent us, man. You gotta win this.
Going against Schuster. You really think I could beat Luke Schuster?
Yes, everybody
if I
else
survive,
has.
that's a win.
What do you mean? Oh, now it. Listen, man.
Because it's not his way.
I'm gonna
If it
eat.
was his
period.
way,
If
he
it was
said
my
he could
way,
do
I'd
it.
win. Yeah.
He said he could do
But
it.
no, I can't do it my way.
No, you're not
I
drinking
live in
75
BJ's world.
Mountain Dews.
That might be, dude.
I'm still saying you die if you drink that many Mountain Dews.
It's insane.
Bring them in. I'll drink them.
I don't want to see you die.
In
Why
a
would
day,
I bring them
it
in?
won't be at all.
Huh?
I've already done it in a day.
No.
All right.
You drank 24 in a day.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's all I need.
That's still not fine.
I drink a cube of that.
That's not okay.
Hey, we do not condone that.
We do not condone that. And we do not condone Ricardo Juliano eating 100 popsicles in one sitting. That is also not condoned.
That's impressive, though. The way he eats those.
You know what's impressive is I think you've had more times of that thing to your lips than you have your lips to the microphone in this.
I don't want
this
to lick
power.
the microphone like you did.
I didn't mean to. But it'd be nice if you talked about
Social
something
distancing.
relevant. Social distancing.
Yeah, let's talk about this. Let's talk about his confidence.
That's not
Yeah, your confidence
It's
is
down.
shot.
I'm fine.
So what's the starting?
Hang on. I'm gonna pull this up.
Because I want to know
Keep
exactly
it talking.
what it is.
So it was supposed to happen tomorrow. I'm gonna see if I can find what it was going to be, and maybe I might text Luke to chime in because
I would love for it to be tomorrow, but I can't be here till midday because I'm going to football practice. But I want
we
to
gotta
see.
go. We gotta go in the morning.
I want to see. I'll join in late. I want to see Q.
They're going all over the area too. So.
Well, I'm the videographer, so happy me. Like I get to eat whatever I want.
I'll take a bike ride to come see you
Oh,
guys.
Scott Resitar says stomach, so that's 2. We got 3 more.
Amp it up, y'all.
You only have
Where
an
do
hour and
want
a
this
half,
stimulus?
guys.
My arm or my stomach? I might throw up, but let's get it.
That's when all those.
Don't put it on my.
I don't know if that's
sternum.
good to put on your stomach.
Oh, it
It's
is.
like it shakes everything. Like
Abs. It's abs.
Yeah, we're gonna walk away.
It's
This
the
is
same
like
thing.
Rambo.
Is this like that ab thing, or is this like one of those?
No, it's the
shock
same
ones
thing.
to like get
It's the
knots
same-
and
it's
stuff.
the same thing.
Is it?
What was it? This would have been from Luke.
God love you. That goes on your stomach. God love you.
It's gotta go on my stomach, man.
All right, you ready for the menu that it was supposed to be? Hang
Yeah,
on.
I want to hear this.
Wait a minute.
I know you gotta eat a full pizza. You know that's a lot of bread.
That ain't a problem.
That's a lot of bread.
Shout outs while we have a chance. Shout out to Luke and Isaac Schuster, the MLO Bros, who.
I only like one of the brothers.
Oh.
Well, none of them like you. So what is
That's
that?
fine.
Oh, boom roast.
I don't mind it.
What is this? Schedule this Friday.
I
don't know where
are you
Isaac
nervous?
just got
Wait, are you
engaged.
guys going to Gorby's too?
I don't know. Isaac just got engaged though. Congrats to
Yeah,
him.
congrats to Isaac for getting engaged.
And that was he went to the old South Range Elementary School, like into their 3rd grade classroom, and that's where he did it. That's great.
We did meet there?
Yeah, like because they met in 3rd grade, so
They dated
now
since
now
3rd
that
grade?
now no, but they met in 3rd grade.
Didn't they like gut that whole building out and stuff?
No, it's like a store.
Well, they gutted it,
There's a
but then
bunch of
they
stores.
restored it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now it's got a bunch. It's like a mall almost, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, a low key mall. So, all right, you ready for this? Here we go.
Here we go,
Here is your
folks.
menu. The 10,000 calorie challenge that will or should be taking place tomorrow. That will be taking place, hopefully in the near future. We'll
Soon.
see if we can get. Do you have Luke's number? Text. Somebody text Luke and tell him to jump on the show. Tell him to call in. So here's what Quinn's up against. 10,000 calories. We start at C's Waffles. Okay.
Okay.
Hungry Jack, which
Ooh.
is 2 eggs, which is 216 calories by itself. Hash browns, which are loaded, 582 calories. 2 slices of bacon, 86 calories. 2 sausage links, 182 calories. 3 pancakes, 525 calories. You add the syrup, 3 tablespoons, and that's 156. And you put, I don't know why you're putting peanut butter on, or what you're putting peanut butter on.
Yeah, don't put peanut butter.
It's 200
I'm
calories.
not
You have
ruining
to.
my breakfast for peanut butter. I'll put more syrup on it.
So you can substitute, right? Is this?
You're gonna
I'm
need
substituting.
You're
I'm
gonna
not putting
need
peanut butter on
6
my breakfast.
tablespoons of syrup.
I like more syrup to my pancakes anyway.
I drown
so you'll be
myself in
alright.
syrup, so it's fine.
Actually, you're gonna need 7 tablespoons.
Oh, that's fine.
To do
Put
it.
8 on there, man.
So that meal total, that meal total by itself is 1,947 calories. That's your breakfast.
That's more than I eat in a day.
Oh, by the way, and let's preface this, as Anthony always does, by saying that 2,000 calories is what they recommend for a daily serving, or daily caloric intake. After that, immediately after that, you go to Monar's for a cinnamon roll, and the giant
That's a lot of sugar, bro.
giant cinnamon roll is 600 calories.
Yeah, but that's like the sweet. Yeah, that's a different kind of sweet though. Like you're going to eat syrup and then you're going to eat a cinnamon roll.
This is the weirdest thing about Quinn that I've developed is if you tell him he can't do something, he like gains confidence.
You can't do it.
And then if you tell him he can, he's like, I can't do it. I can't do it. He's like freaking Napoleon Dynamite. I can't do it.
Gosh.
Eat
your cinnamon roll, you fat lord.
Tina, eat your cinnamon roll. Inner Circle Pizza.
Yes.
For lunch.
I'm going there. I want to go there with y'all.
12-inch meat lovers pizza. 4,160 calories, and you got to polish that off.
Could you do that?
Yeah, I've done it before.
After the breakfast?
Well, not after that breakfast. Not that breakfast, but I've done it after breakfast before.
Were you drinking water or pop the whole time?
Oh, I'll be drinking dew.
Are we counting the liquids?
No, we're not counting liquids.
I don't get to count liquids. I don't get it done my way.
I would drink water then.
After a 12-inch meat lovers pizza and 4,160 calories, we head on down the road to White House Fruit Farms, to where Quinn has to dust off 3 blueberry frosted donuts.
In my sleep, I could do that.
That adds up to 1,050 more calories.
So what are we at right now?
I don't know. Give me a calculator.
So good.
All right.
Ready?
Yep.
1947.
1947.
600. 4160. And 1050.
We're sitting at 7,750.
So that's the majority of your day. So if you get past White House, you're pretty much good.
And there's no time limit. Like, that ain't someone to eat.
No, there's no time limit.
Okay,
no time limit.
You might be
You got to do it in one day. That's
a lot of sugar. That's a lot of sweets.
Yeah, but wait, there's more.
There's more.
Then you head to the Federal.
Oh, they got good burgers.
You hit a grilled cheeseburger.
Oh, they got good burgers.
1,287 calories there. Then you add some fries, 365 calories. Meal total, 1,652. So what does that lead us to?
We're looking at 9,409.
So we're almost there. But just when you think that you've got it, we head on over to the greatest ice cream on the planet, Handel's Ice Cream.
Oh, okay.
And you got to knock out a pint of chocolate pecan ice cream.
You like pecan?
6.
Nope.
Could you replace that with something?
We'll replace it.
I'm going to. I'm not eating something I don't want to eat.
We'll replace it. We'll figure out what 600 calories is. 1 pint of it? You still feeling good? Still feeling confident?
It's 24 hours. Like, I'm not worried about
No, I'm not waiting as your videographer 24 hours. We're not
That's not
playing
my
that
fault.
game.
Yeah, like
Yeah, it is your fault.
I'm not,
16
I'm not eating
If-
on a time limit. I'm eating my food at my pace.
If Luke and Isaac are eating it, you're eating it in their time frame.
How do you know they can eat
Oh, are we going to rank first, second, third? Like who finished it faster?
Absolutely.
How do you know they can even do this?
I'm not worried about it. I'm worried about you representing YSN because you big talked your way into this.
I'm getting
You
punched by
put
Kelly.
me
You
in
can at least eat 10,000 calories.
Yeah, I mean,
I told you I could eat 10,000 calories my way, and that's it. I didn't say anything about this list.
No. Here's how
You
it started.
put me into this
You
list.
said this is exactly
I
how
can
the
eat
40-yard
10,000
dash started there, Mouthy.
I told you I could eat
I
10,000
can eat
calories my
I can eat
way.
10,000 calories, and then it
And I
turned into
can.
I can eat 10,000 calories my way, and then I
'Cause I
said
can.
nope,
I can't. That is not what I signed up for. I
That-
signed up for 10,000 calories.
and you're gonna get 10,006. 10,009
Your
calories.
way, not my way.
No, because you're gonna. I mean,
Because it's not your way.
it's not. It has nothing to do with my way. It has
Yes, it
something.
does.
No, it has something to do with they came up with this, and I'm not gonna have you drink
we
72
probably owe
Mountain
Frank
Dews.
Sinatra like $300 after this show because we've said my way so much.
Well, Fred Durst has it too. So my way or the highway.
My way.
You want me to go that route? 10,009 calories. Yeah, I he's not confident.
I
don't
can
like
join
it.
you guys at like lunch. I'll come. I love Inner Circle, man. I'll come join for a little bit. And
I like their pizza. I've never had their meat lovers pizza, and I don't know if I feel like 4,000 calories is a lot.
Are they one of our sponsors?
We're trying to get all these guys to jump on board. That's why I'm like, yeah, we're in.
Inner Circle has a really good stromboli roll.
You know, I'll tell you what. I'm a big fan of when you go into Scene Park. Just anything there. Their cheeseburgers this year are phenomenal.
So the cheeseburgers outweigh the other stuff we
Yeah,
were talking about?
right now it's killing it.
I really want their popcorn.
You think it's? I don't think I've ever had Scene Park popcorn.
They have it though, right?
I don't know.
I
Now
hope
you got
they
me
do.
wondering.
Because like I said, I'm a big popcorn guy and I rank it. And I don't think anyone's touched out the range, but I've not had Struthers before you jump in.
What about do you like the movie theater popcorn?
No,
You go
I'm
get
not a fan of that.
Like the Tinseltown?
Do we sell popcorn over there? Because I'm starting to get that
Yeah,
lovely in my
we're
tumbly for popcorn.
I'll pop it on the break.
All right, so we're putting our votes down on the table right now. 10,009 calories, the 10,000 calorie challenge. Do we think our comrade over there, Quinn, can pull this off for YSN?
I think
Can he get the dub?
I think Q's too proud not to do it.
Oh, absolutely. I'm with you.
Is he gonna beat the Schusters? I've never met the Schusters, but you know what?
I don't have to beat the Schusters. I just got to eat 10,000 calories.
You're bringing home the gold. If you're doing this, you're not going for bronze.
I want you to you know how
Still get a
people
medal.
do these like, oh man,
Hey,
I don't know if I can make it.
if you would have won the 40-yard dash, I would have done it.
No, you wouldn't have.
Yes, I would have. I would have been like,
Big
listen,
talk coming after you win.
I can't do that. I'll be the first to say there's no way. I can't even eat a
broke
whole
that
pizza
down
by
and I was
myself,
saying,
let alone that whole breakfast or a
When you broke
cinnamon
that down,
roll.
I was like, I'd
You
do
don't
that
eat
after
the way I
breakfast.
I couldn't eat that.
I would do like breakfast and then like the Federal later. I couldn't do everything.
I'd eat
in
that
between.
breakfast and go to bed till 3 days. I'd be in bed for 3 days. That's because I've ate more than I
2,000
eat.
calories, yeah. Very interesting. How are you feeling? Like, are you feeling like this is it?
Are you gonna fast?
I'm not asking if you care or not. I'm
eating
asking.
food.
Don't
Like,
fast, 'cause
it's-
that's bad.
It doesn't
To
matter.
eat
I'm
fast
just-
If you fast, you'll shrink your stomach.
I'm
fast.
literally
I
I'm gonna
fast all the
show
time.
up that morning and that's
Yeah,
it.
but you're not supposed to fast and then eat that much. You'll die.
What was that?
Just gonna show up. And
That's a
eat.
challenge.
That's all I gotta do. Show up and eat.
But I want to know your confidence level going into it.
I want to go from 1 to 10, like 1 being like, yeah, or 10 being like, yeah, I'm a smash.
I just want to know gold or bronze.
5.
So he's going silver.
Right in the middle.
He's going silver. Who are you going to beat?
Right in the
Isaac?
middle. I think Isaac eats more than Luke.
No.
I think he
I never
does.
met these
No.
dudes.
I think he does.
No way.
Are they big dudes?
Luke's a big
pretty
boy.
big.
Luke's built like a house.
Isaac.
He just got a peak on his
Isaac's
head?
built like a figure skater.
Oh, so we...
But
It's
sometimes
the skinny
those
ones
guys
that you
gotta
gotta
put
worry
down
about.
more. I mean, look
Yeah.
at those eating champions. None of them are big.
Yeah, but they're eating like kale and stuff to get their stomach huge. They get the
Maybe
HGH.
Isaac
I
pulls
don't.
out
I don't
kale
think
the
Luke
day
Schuster's
before.
eating kale.
If Isaac pulls out Kale, we're DQing him. That's it. It's over.
Like Kobayashi, baby.
I got my money's on Luke. I want my dude to win, but I don't like his confidence.
I'll throw money on you, bro. I'm coming midway through. I'm going to meet you guys midway through.
Could anybody out there hit the 10,000 calorie challenge? Like that's what I want to know. I know we got Britt Taylor out there. Looks like
What about
Scotty's still
Thorny?
out
Could
there.
Thorny hit the 10,000?
He can put some
Back
food
in the
away.
day, I bet you we could.
Thorny can put some food away.
I bet you Munson can get closer than Thorny.
Munson, like the food doesn't. I don't even know if he tastes it.
I bet you Paul could get closer than Thorny.
What about Patesta?
Tessa might have the best
No,
chance.
Patesta's he eats like he eats, but he eats like a bird. Like,
If it was the...
and he's very
if it-
particular.
If it was Pizza Joe Wings, then yeah.
Well, yeah, like, you put Pizza Joe's wings in front of Patesta, and you just
It's
watch your
game
hands.
over.
Like you have to keep your hands like this to make sure they're safe. It's what's that food? I mean, that's a good point. What's that food for you guys? Like, what's a food that like you can eat until your face falls off? Mine's seafood. I never get full on seafood.
Chicken rice.
Ever.
With a little bit of egg in it.
Okay. Look at you eating healthy.
I just love chicken and rice. I love chicken.
Chicken's good.
I do.
What about you?
I'll throw some cheese on it. You gotta have a go-to though. It's gotta be
I'll
like
tell you.
McDonald's or something.
I always have to stop myself with pasta because pasta can trick you because you don't feel full
And then
when
it
you're
hits
eating
you.
it, and then like an hour after you eat it, it's like I ate way too much.
That's why,
they expand
that's
still.
why I eat chicken and rice.
Yeah.
I eat like a small serving
So-
and then I wait a little bit and like, oh boy, I ain't.
Are you a slow eater?
I try to because my stomach will say, hey man, you're full, quit. And then like just don't eat.
No, I eat quick. Like my mom's always like, dude, slow down.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I used to be a fast eater because when you're working news, you have to eat quickly. And then I was like 225 pounds, and I was like, well, I wonder why I'm so fat. Because I'm eating everything, and then my butt.
Yeah, listen, it's a game. You trick your stomach. The slower you eat, if you guys are out there losing weight, we don't condone this either. You trick your stomach. You eat the slower you eat, your stomach thinks it's full, and guess what? Your full meal turns into half.
green tea has been my
Green tea's awesome.
biggest advocate. Like
I used to take green tea pills.
Yeah, I mean, whatever way you got to get it. I mean, green tea, you want to lose. And I'm not. Again, we're not doctors. It worked for me when I want to lose weight. I just
apple cider vinegar for me.
I just down green tea. I've got it out there right now.
Or
and
just
you can
run
have
in a trash bag. I mean.
Don't run in a trash bag. Don't run in a trash bag.
9 out of 10 doctors recommend not running in a trash bag.
Or drinking just green tea. What about, like, you used to be a fast eater. Now you're still a fast eater.
I still am a fast eater. I've
Chipotle,
gotten so used to it.
I've seen
He
Chipotle.
dislocates his
You're like the
jaw like a
predator
snake.
on Chipotle.
I mean, I've gotten used to eating fast in between classes on campus and stuff, and working for the football team. Like, we just eat fast. It's just the way it is.
Do you taste it?
Yeah, I taste it.
What was your go-to?
I don't know
meal?
if I taste it, but my mind says I taste it because I know what it tastes like.
What was your go-to meal on campus?
I mean, MVR was always a big one for me.
That's right down the road. I like that.
Hothead. It's tough to not go to Chick-fil-A or Hotheads.
Yeah, because you're walking. You smell it. You're walking on the. Yeah.
Like, I mean,
You got to pass.
I was capable of eating a Hotheads bowl in between 10-minute classes while I walked to class.
Oh heck no! If I got it during class, like I would bring it to class. Like I said, screw these people. I ain't never gonna see them again. So I'm eating.
I remember when I
in
had
class.
early
I don't care how
classes.
gross I look.
Chick-fil-A got me. I would eat Chick-fil-A every day.
See, I mean,
Right between, after class and then before practice, I would eat Chick-fil-A
A
every
couple
day.
semesters I had like at 8 a.m. and then after that I had like 11:30 or whatever. I would go hit Denny's Express and get breakfast on campus. So I'd get like the pancakes from Denny's Express. That was a good spot to hit.
I'm not a big
8
breakfast
a.m.?
guy though.
Ooh.
I don't.
That place had
I
good
don't eat
burgers.
till like
Denny's
noon.
Express had good burgers.
Yeah, I took astronomy at 8 a.m. That was bad. That was a bad mistake.
If you were,
I took it after lunch.
If you were on death row
Planetarium.
and you had to eat one meal, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, what would you pick and why?
Fries.
What?
Fries. Give me a pound of fries.
From where?
I love fries.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Anywhere.
Like you have to
I've
pick a
never had
breakfast,
bad
lunch,
fries.
or you just, out of that you have to pick one.
No, you get one of each. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like your last day
meal.
here, you get to go, okay, what do you want for breakfast? What do you want for lunch? What do you want for dinner?
My breakfast would probably be from C's Waffles. It would probably be the what's that? Sausage gravy over biscuits,
Oh, good call.
and it's relatively cheap from there too. It's like $5.
Well, you're dying, so you're not worried about
not
your-
worried about it.
I'm just saying.
Your
I
meals
thought we
are
were trying to
pumped by the
plug it up
government.
here.
The government's paying for your meal.
Yeah, you never, it's your last meal.
Well, then give me quadruple.
You want, give me 8 biscuits and a lot of gravy.
And then from there, honestly, I'd probably take Hotheads twice.
You go back to back hotheads?
Absolutely.
Wow.
I like Hotheads better than Chipotle.
All right. I mean, I guess I'm way off. Like my thing, I would go. See, I'm a little bit of that lower budget meal in the morning. I'm gonna go McGriddle. I'm gonna go McGriddle.
Now you got the chicken McGriddles
You're
too.
dying.
I ain't trying to
You're
do
dying
chicken
that You're
McGriddle.
gonna go out with a McGriddle.
Yeah, like McGriddles are where it's at,
I
man.
love you.
Like it's the only
as
breakfast
the
meal
last
I've ever
meal.
craved in my life. Only breakfast meal. Like if I go sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle, my life is unbelievable. I could be dead and be happy. Like I'm good.
You eat that. You know what? Go ahead. Electric, bring it.
Lunch. I'm a little bit torn on. I definitely want a burger. Probably gonna be Five Guys.
You want those steak sandwiches?
What?
You want those steak sandwiches over there at Pizza Joe's?
Listen, I like the steak hoagies at Pizza Joe's. They're a
That
9.5.
awesome. That was awesome.
They're a 9.5. But a Five Guys burger, there is nothing like it. You got to let it sit in that foil for a little bit. Let all the flavors
I've never
melt.
been able to finish a whole burger from there.
Because you're a sissy.
That's big.
You're a
and then all the
sister.
fries you
You
get.
need the bag to basically rip from the grease.
Well, the trick is you don't eat the fries first. You eat the burger and you savor it first, and then you worry about the fries later. You can just
Oh, boy.
You can just get what you get with the fries.
The fries aren't really that good.
Hang on one second. Remind me to get back to this. We have Luke Schuster on the line. What's up, Big Daddy?
When DJ Oakley and YSN say call in to the show, I call into the show.
Yeah, you call it. All right, so we're talking about, and we have yet to get a thumbs up from Isaac on this 10,000 calorie challenge, Luke.
Yeah.
So
He is he's not really answering, so I don't know if he's chickening out all of a sudden or what's going on. I'll have to talk to my brother and see what he's doing.
But he has had some things, a couple things on his plate lately, like getting engaged. So congratulations.
New job. Yeah, he is a little bit busy, but we'll have to narrow that down with him and see if he's So I'm ready to go. I mean, I probably eat 10,000 calories a day anyway because I'm big and fat. So I'm ready to go right now.
We're talking to Luke Schuster, one half of the MLO Bros and a big-time sponsor of the show. Luke, we'll let you plug in just a little bit, but what we wanted to get you on to talk about was we wanted to talk to you about this 10,000 calorie challenge.
Okay.
Is there any part of it that really has you concerned? Like, are you concerned about like the start of it, the middle of it, or polishing off the end?
I'm thinking my concern is, so according to our schedule, I don't know if we want to ruin this or not, we're going to Cheese Waffle House.
Yep.
Eating a Hungry Jack breakfast, which I've done a ton. Then the issues get, we have to eat 3 blueberry donuts. We have this all ironed out on an Excel spreadsheet calories.
Oh, we went over it. So we got Hungry Jack, then we go to Monar's for cinnamon roll, then it's Inner
Cinnamon
Circle.
roll, that was it.
Yep. You go to Inner Circle. I think that's when things get sketchy.
Yes, exactly. That first lunch after cinnamon rolls, after breakfast, I'm going to get concerned, okay? And then after that, it's straight downhill. I don't know how I think there's a snack after Inner Circle.
White House Fruit Farms, you get 3 donuts.
Oh, God. And then Inner Circle, it wasn't like just a pizza. It was like a pizza and wings.
No. You get a 12-inch meat lovers pizza.
Oh, God, yeah. That's going to be my problem right there. I think we're done right after that.
I think so.
But,
I really do. I'm going
to force that down.
I get to the donuts, I win.
So we're handing out the gold, the silver, and the bronze here, Luke. And Quinn is, you know Quinn, so naturally you know that if you tell him he can't do something, he's all in. If you tell him he can, he's gonna sandbag you.
I mean, I want you to know, Quinn, with this whole thing, I will puke before I lose to you. So I'm ready to go to distance.
How does that work, though? Because then that's just clearing your stomach and giving you more room.
Well, no, I think if you puke, you're out. I mean, let's make that a rule, right?
Oh, just
I agree with that.
Rules on the fly.
It's like eating competition.
In any eating competition, if you puke, you're out. So that's a natural. I mean, that's legit.
Yeah, you can't puke. There's no puking and rallying in this thing. You gotta keep that food down. It's 10,000. It's not 10,000 cal. It's not 5,000 puke it out, then you restart. I mean, that's not fair.
No. So let me ask you this. I mean, there's no drinks on this. Are you going to go with water, or are you going to go with something else to try to get you to burp a little bit and clear up some space? What are you doing?
I'm going straight water, and you know what? After lunch, I'm thinking that we should go to like Corbin Park and throw the football around a little bit. Maybe some tennis. You can film us doing that. Try and exercise a little bit. Burn some calories. Open up some food.
I think that doesn't end well.
Everyone's throwing up there.
We could go play some basketball at my house if you guys want. I got an outside hoop. I think we got to exercise. We got to get those calories burned. That's what I'm playing.
I think that's when everybody pukes.
And then everyone loses.
Yeah, you guys all puke at the same time, and we just have the Mortal Kombat game over.
If we all puke at the same time, we could talk about maybe starting over again. But the first person, I think 2 people puke, the other person wins.
Well, is Isaac an eater? Like, this whole thing came up. I mean,
he eats so much food.
I told you, Isaac eats more than Luke.
And he does. Oh, there's no doubt he does. But
I told you.
He's not lazy. He like, I sit around and work all day, and he's like jogging and doing all kinds of active stuff.
See, he doesn't really show off any athletic ability on Facebook. I got to be honest. Like,
Isaac doesn't?
No, him throwing magnets on the car was a little bit concerning from an athletic point of view.
Quinn will tell you, he's pretty athletic.
Yeah, he was really good.
Yeah, he's pretty athletic. I mean, he's no Luke Schuster. Let's get that
I
right.
knew it was coming. If you didn't see that coming, you were blind.
Let's be honest here, though. Luke is good in that Highland League or whatever. Isaac was good in high school.
We don't mention Highland League on this show.
That's where Luke's good.
Boom Rose.
TJ, you don't understand this. I am so deceivingly athletic. Like, you look at me, like, warming up, and you're like, who is this little fat guy that's going to play basketball?
Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Then he'll give you 50.
Luke, you don't remember. Maybe you do. We played basketball against each other in the South Range gym, pickup basketball, and now I understand, like, you have never changed. Like, you have a big head, naturally, like, physically, but your ego matches it perfectly. And as
100%.
As the upcoming guy, like, as a youngster, I was like, this guy's kind of a dick. Like,
I mean, I thrive, but you think I'm a dick now. You just see me when I played in high school. I had so many freaking technicals. Oh, it was ridiculous.
I mean, the challenges for you right now are you confident going into this?
I know for a fact. Let's just say this. I know I will be really surprised if Quinn beats both Isaac and I at the same time.
Oh.
That's if one of us don't take it, I'm gonna be really surprised.
Wow. Wow.
Because Quinn is like half the size of us. Like, how much you weigh, Quinn?
Just under 200.
Yeah. So you and Isaac's like 215, maybe 210. We won't discuss my weight here, but I mean, I'm here.
You're only what, 250?
Yeah, that might be a little higher. Maybe 285, 290. So,
let's be honest here. I've beaten the Schusters in everything I've done except for eating.
Ooh.
Wow.
Did you just say you've beaten us in everything?
I have. I've beaten you in basketball. I beat Isaac in basketball in high school.
He is a sponsor, Quinn, so take it easy a little bit.
Are we going back to the Highlands League a couple years ago when you beat us in the playoffs? That's exactly what that is, isn't it?
Still won.
That league's a joke, though, man.
Don't matter. Still won.
Now, I immediately want to bring you out to play basketball somewhere. What I want to see you win. You're going to be way faster than me. You better hit threes like crazy.
I'm tagging out. I get Schuster. I'm tagging out. My one-on-one goes to Luke Schuster. Yep, that's how it goes. Because I make the
Then
rules.
I'm tagging out for Sweeney because I could get Sweeney in there. It's
For
the
what?
Same thing. Same thing you're doing.
No,
you
no.
ain't getting out of this one.
Oh, I am.
No, you're not.
I'm tagging to
No,
Luke
you're not.
Schuster. And he's taking the one-on-one.
No, you're not getting out of
Then
it.
you're afraid.
You're not getting out
Wait,
of
are you guys playing? Are you guys?
it. Yeah,
playing
I'm afraid of
one-on-one?
Luke. He's huge. He throws an elbow into my chest, I'm done.
Well, if I throw an elbow in your ankle, you're done too.
I've taken an elbow from Luke. It's miserable.
I am a very DJ. I don't know what it was that. I am a very aggressive basketball player.
I can't imagine.
I am not afraid to throw my ass into somebody's knock on the ground.
Listen, I doubled him once and took an elbow right to the center, and it was miserable. I thought I was dying. I couldn't breathe.
I just had knee surgery a month ago, but I'm getting ready to go. So when we want to, maybe we can have a little basketball tournament with YSN versus the MLO Bros or something.
Oh, okay.
Not me. Not it.
Come on, GG, you're in.
I'm 5'4".
We'll do.
I'm down, Q. I got you.
You and Quinn against Isaac and I.
Well, how about we do this? You guys get to play on a big hoop, and I get a Fisher Price on the other side.
We'll lower the hoop down for you.
There we go. Is somebody going to let me get on their shoulders?
Well, I like it. I mean, here's what we'll do. I'll call Isaac, and we have our show tonight on the MLO Bros tonight at 8:30. We have Chris Haas from Haas Auto on there. We will. I'll bring it up to Isaac and see if we can do it. See if we can get him on maybe next week.
Love it. Hey, well, before we let you go, plug your real job and what
My
you
real
do.
job?
Yeah, the one that actually pays the bills.
Yeah, that is. I appreciate that. Nationwide Mortgage, home loans. Isaac and I are both working there now. We're rocking it, low rates, and it's fantastic. So anybody refining or purchasing, call us. We're ready to go.
Thanks, Luke. And I can say,
Hey guys, we're gonna be in touch. Let's eat some food. I'm ready.
thanks, buddy. Have a good show tonight.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
Luke Schuster, and I could say this quite honestly, and I hate to be that guy that tells you to go spend your money places and doesn't do it myself. My wife and I just refinanced through Luke. We couldn't be happier. We're excited, saved a ton of money, and didn't lose. And the entire process was absolutely flawless. So if you are looking to buy your home or you're looking to refinance your home, make sure you call Luke Schuster up. Not hard to find. Literally, you can find his face on a billboard somewhere in the 330 area. And he's a proud sponsor of YSN.
I think I got some golf balls of his. I think he's on a golf ball.
He is on a golf ball.
And I think you could find him at Firestone somewhere because I think I sprayed him out there somewhere too.
So there you go. Firestone Farms. You can find some Luke Schuster golf balls.
Scavenger hunt for Luke Schuster.
That should be
First
it.
one to find it wins.
I'm amazed you can fit on a golf ball.
Wow. You got all kinds of balls
Shade.
whenever he jumped on the
I
phone.
know, right?
You were over there pouting like Charlie Brown, and then all of a sudden he
Don't
could.
come at me.
What?
He can't come at me.
Why
I've
can't
gotten him beaten everything but food, so we'll see. We'll see.
you beat him in like a bucket league?
That's fine. He's playing in it
That
too.
is- that
so
is
if
a
he wants
bucket
to
league.
throw it out there, he's
With
playing
holes
in it
in the
too.
bucket.
It don't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah,
I plugged one of those holes.
You gotta. What do you mean you plugged one of those holes?
I gotta win.
Acting.
I gotta
big.
win. I want a championship.
Your 40 time is 3 weeks and counting.
Good. And it's gonna be 4 weeks next week.
Tough guy.
Actually, for a month. I think tomorrow it turns to 4 weeks.
Tough guy. So 1:30. That means we're up against a break. We'll be back. We're gonna do some trivia. Anthony had a great thing going with the trivia while I was on the graduation tour. See if we can bring some trivia back when we come back to the YSN Power Hour, sponsored by G. Burbick Farms.
Baird Brothers remains your source for fine hardwood products. For the time being, we're open for customer pickup only on weekdays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Saturday from 9 a.m. till noon. Place your order online at bairdbrothers.com. Baird Brothers, for the place you love.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
The 4M Company, being an architect and construction manager for over 40 years, has had the opportunity to use many different electrical businesses for our projects. The depth, quality, and knowledge and attention to detail displayed by Dickey Electric makes them stand out above all the rest.
For state-of-the-art expertise and a timeless commitment to our customers, contact Joe Dickey Electric. We are everything electrical.
Friday night, in this fresh limousine. I'm feeling pretty good about myself, like I'm living the dream. Platform shoes, strutting down the street. It's gonna get hot in here, I hope you can handle the heat.
Over the years, you watched us grow, and as we've grown, so has the Myers Family Insurance team.
Thanks to all of you who have trusted our families to help you with your Medicare needs.
Myers Family Insurance looks forward to helping you now for years to come. So call our family today and remind them how cute we are.
Myers Family Insurance continues to be the area's resource for all your Medicare and retirement needs. Call today, 330-286-3044.
And welcome back to the YSN Power Hour. DJ Yoakley on this side of the table. And as always, on the other side, it is Tristan. And Quinn is making his way back to the table and making a cameo appearance here on this Thursday. It is Mr. Anthony Hartwig. He's going to be knocking down Dr. Pepper. This segment sponsored by Dr. Pepper, Anthony's drink of choice here in YSN Studio. You did bring in some Faygo.
Yeah. Big fan of Faygo.
Faygo's good, man.
Faygo or Mountain Dew?
Fauci Faygo?
Nothing beats Mountain Dew.
I got some lemonade and some grape.
Grape
Faygo's pretty good.
Grape?
I love
Faygo.
grape pop, anything. It's
Really?
It's the only pop I drink usually. It's
Really?
Grape always
Grape
reminds
pop.
me of Diamond Tap, and that stuff could cure anything.
That's right. I'm on board with that. I'm a product of Diamond Tap. I'm a Diamond Tap kid. Tristan actually wants to do the question, and we'll put it out to the public. You gave us the answer, so we don't want to cheat here. So give the question, and then we will have. Let's do this. I'm feeling generous. No cheating. If you cheat, you go to hell. The first person.
Integrity first.
Integrity first. The first person to answer this question correctly gets a free YSN T-shirt. So, Tristan, give the question. We're looking to the Facebook chat, and the first person to answer correctly will take your size, and we will get you a YSN T-shirt. Tristan, go.
So the last NFL receiving corps to have 3 receivers go over 1,000 yards in one season.
One more time.
In the NFL, the last receiving corps to go over 1,000 yards. So 3 receivers going over 1,000 yards. What team or organization was it?
And again, just to reiterate, if you cheat, straight to hell.
Straight to hell.
Straight.
Boom roasted, literally.
Yeah.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Hot coals. You'll be running like Ron Potesta all the way through hell. So
it's not very fast.
Yeah. Like can't use your knees. It's gonna be hot. So
I just want to see somebody else run like Poe. Mimic that video.
You can't make fun of Poe.
Of course I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Did he beat you though?
He did.
Everybody's beating me.
I want to see your time legit. I think you still be around like 5'1", 5'2".
I don't think he gets it. I don't think he ever gets 40. I don't think he gets it.
You think he's like 5'2", 5'3",
No.
5'1"?
No.
I'd be okay with anything under like 5'4".
I'm gonna put him out there at 5'8".
You
Is that
got
fair?
that.
Is that fair?
I don't know. Never been timed.
You have been. You're actually still on it.
Still on the clock. It's a lot of overtime.
What would you put? I mean, if you had to give a time for yourself, what would it be? Like
somewhere in the 5s. I don't know. I have no idea. I've never ran a 40. I don't have to. I've never had to.
Just throw out a number, Quinn. Just play the game.
Why do you always do this?
Munson even threw out a number. He said he ran a 5'5", which was false.
Way off.
But he even threw out a number. You could throw out a number.
No, he likes
5'7",
There you
5'8".
go.
That's
5'7".
See, there. I nailed it.
Q, I think you're a little bit better than that. I'll go 5'4".
I don't know.
You're under 5'5". I think he's under 5'5".
I don't know.
Because if you guys would have straight flat out raced, I think Yoke would have still got you. But if Yoke's running at 5'1", I could put you at like 5'3".
I'm calling 3 yards of separation at the end. So what would that be? That'd probably be 5'5", 5'6", maybe 5'7". You got that face like
I think you.
he wants to say something.
You should just say it.
I got nothing to say. I ain't ever gonna run it, so it don't matter.
He knows our trick right here. Is he's gonna say 5'7", I'm gonna say prove it, and he's gonna be like, no, I don't want to prove it. I don't have to. I don't have to prove it. I'm Quinn. I don't have to prove it. I don't do anything.
Like the episode of Seinfeld. Never gonna run again.
And then he does.
And he cheated.
He didn't cheat.
Yeah, he did. He went off the car. The car backfired.
He didn't know he cheated. He heard a gun.
That's true.
He heard a gun. Much like whenever Trey asked you ready to go? And you said no, I was ready to go. Like I thought like it was on. But no, Quinn said, you guys ready? No. That is Quinn Pushcar.
I don't know.
Right there. All right. We have not got any responses.
I know,
yet.
right?
Where's Eric Bailey? He was always killing it when I was throwing out
I
trivia.
think he's at practice.
See, EB misses out on a free shirt. Like he's the
I know he's answered all of them. It's a pretty easy one, folks.
trivia goat.
That's pretty
It's
easy.
not. I didn't. I thought one team, and I was like, you came in and said it, and I was like, never would have guessed it. That's why it's a good trivia question.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's further back than people would think. I mean, I thought it was more recent when I was first
No,
thinking
it's
about
not.
it. The car. I almost said that. I actually did say
Oh, Anthony!
This is why I'm not a weekly guest.
Name the 3, though.
Back on Potesta.
Name the 3, though. They got to name the 3 now.
No, because now they're just gonna
Now
look it up.
everybody knows.
Now
It's
everybody
easy.
knows. Anthony.
We weren't getting responses.
Stupid Chiefs fan. Cheating the system. Giving answers out.
Well, that great idea. I was feeling generous. How about this?
Next one.
Next one.
Next
Come on, I have
question.
another one in line.
Answer one that Anthony doesn't know.
Gary Leidiger says the DQ rocks. I want to thank him for this shirt, the Lisbon Dairy Queen shirt. Big time sponsors of YSN. Did you
Peace,
guys
love, and
see?
sanitize. I love that.
Did you guys see the picture that Gary shot last night?
Oh, the 3D one.
Unreal.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Unreal, and he was lighting it up. So hopefully, I'd like for him to go out and shoot some more tonight because it is an 18U night tonight on YSN. Potesta will be out there, but I know he's got a family. We are looking for photographers to put it out there. So if you're looking to get your work published on YSN or anywhere and get some pub, make sure you contact us. We'd love to sign you up as a photographer. You can work with the great Gary Leidiger and talk about ice cream. Yes.
Also, as always, the pictures of Class B are going to be on SmugMug.
They will be on SmugMug.
So you can go
they
get
are
your
on SmugMug
pictures
right
so.
now. So yeah, you can go if you like the pictures that you see on our website. Go over to SmugMug. You can buy them and do what you will with them. So again, SmugMug, a third party. It is not us directly, so we have no say on what the price is on our pictures. We try to get them as low as humanly possible so you guys can hang up pictures of your kids, your family, whatever it may be. So I love it. I think it's awesome that you can now go and buy your pictures for less than $60.
That's awesome.
You know, it's one of those things, like you get DVDs of stuff and the state charges you $60 a DVD. It's like, there's not $60 in this.
It's like, oh, heck no.
No. So, Major League Baseball, what a mess. What an absolute you-know-what show. Players want to play. They want the social media, and they said, Gary says, what time? Hey, how about text me after the show? Text 6 and 8 are the games, typically on a nightly basis, Gary. So if you can get one of the threesomes of games, we'd appreciate it. But just let me know either way. And if you'd like to take pictures of the games, let us know. YSN info at ysnlive.com. Crazy in the MLB right now. Literally, they were so far apart, and then yesterday, all of a sudden, they break out and they say, hey, we're coming to an agreement. We're figuring these things out. We're starting to get together. What way is it going to be? Manfred coming out the day of the draft saying, 100% we're going to have a season. Less than a week later, he says,
maybe not.
I'm not confident. Probably shouldn't have said that. And then now we're back together. So at this point, do you even care?
Well, that's like doing business with someone, and you're a businessman saying 100% yes, and then it's like, well, maybe I can't do exactly what I said. And then it's like next week, it's like, well, yeah, I don't trust you, man.
No,
I don't trust you.
No,
I'm not putting my eggs in that basket. You can't give me 3 different answers in 2 weeks.
No,
you can't do it.
He got his hand caught in the cookie jar. I thought he knew something that we didn't. Obviously, he didn't. Obviously, he had no idea, and he overspoke. I think what he was trying to do was he was trying to give confidence to the kids that were getting drafted that night, and he didn't want that to overcast the narrative of.
I can see that,
but don't be a dick about it.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like,
no, he was a flat out dick.
He just said, "Oh yeah, 100%." No. Maybe you should have went 99.
Yeah.
Like that 1%.
Or not even give a number percentage. You'd be like, I'm confident there will be baseball.
Mike, yeah, something like that. My sources tell me I feel confident we'll get a deal done.
Yeah.
At some point. There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Because you didn't give an absolute. When you
exactly.
That's like writing a paper. You never give absolutes. Like, I fully believe that. Dude, come on. No, you don't.
My belief is.
Yes, you never get full. You never get.
You never go full.
No.
Never go full.
No, it never turns out good.
No, because somebody's always going to call you out, right? No matter what you do, if you go all in on something. Now, you and I, both all in guys.
Yeah.
We've got chopped up before.
Oh, absolutely.
For being all in guys.
I've been chopped up more times than I've won.
You stick your nose out there, it's going to get chopped off.
Yep.
But sometimes you win and you look like a champion.
Yep.
Rob Manfred doesn't look like a champion right
now.
No. Looks like a complete a-hole.
Yes.
And he looks like an a-hole on both sides of it because he probably said that and the owners went, who he works for, probably threw the old one-finger salute at him. And then the players were like, oh, maybe he knows something because he talks to the owners. He had no idea.
It's I'm telling you, man, it's like going to a car dealership and saying, this car is $6,000 right out the gate. You go back to get it, it's $10,000 now.
Well, the old salesman trick was when you left, the number went up.
And then you come back and it's like, well, no. And you're like, nah, no. Well, actually, I can get it back down. Come on. You know what I mean? Dun, dun, dun.
You all right?
Yeah.
All right.
I covered. I win.
Appreciate you covering.
Away from Tristan.
Sanitized.
This is why we moved me out of the middle.
We did move you out of the middle. Over there. Quentin, you're not a baseball fan per se. Do you even care?
Nope.
Do you trust that dude, though, for those 3 answers?
No. He's terrible.
What about, do you trust Adam Silver? Is he doing a good job?
I think Adam Silver's doing a good job.
I think
Adam Silver might be the best commissioner other than the hockey guy because you never hear from the hockey guy.
Gary Bettman?
You never hear from him.
You don't need to.
Hockey does his own thing, bro.
Yeah,
what the hell's going on over there? What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing, though? I thought you were taking your shirt off. I thought he was getting really pissed about something.
Spin around.
This is it.
Go Chiefs, baby. Go Chiefs.
The Adam Silver comment really took him to the next level. What were you doing?
Someone check this
No,
guy's
my neckline was itchy, so I was just doing this and airing it out for a minute. That's all.
When I get itchy, I scratch.
Mine is kind of like this.
No. You went, you went all the way up to your nose. Like I thought he was taking
Like the
the
Billy
shit.
Madison, that is correct.
I thought we were going Chippendales up in here. I was like, Anthony, this is not I don't know what you guys do on your show Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but we do not do that here. And we do not condone people taking clothes off in the middle of the day. Unless you're getting in a swimming pool.
Or we're putting a stimulus on us. Which
That's it.
It's going to be in a half hour.
Oh, there's gonna we got a little bit. Don't short sell us there, man. Don't short sell us. I don't want to die.
I don't know if we'll die. We'll be hurting.
It's been a minute since I had this stim on, and it cranks up pretty high.
Oh, I haven't had it in a while.
This is like China stim. This is like this is something you get from Wish. So it's like it is not as advertised.
Cracks me up. I seen something from Wish. Someone ordered AirPods and they come in with big ass things you hold in your hand. It's like count your days, Wish. It's like a. I lost it, man.
I saw.
Count your days.
I saw one yesterday. You know those one masks that people had, they look like ninjas, and they had like the holes in the front. So somebody ordered off a Wish. First off, it took like 6 weeks to get here, and then it was just a piece of cloth. It looked like somebody cut up swim trunks and then put a rubber band on it.
I hate that, bro. I hate that.
Dude, we need to just start a Wish. It's got to be on Twitter. Like,
dude, and you know what the worst thing is, man?
Anthony's going to take a shirt off. Like he's getting excited.
They sponsor the Lakers.
They do. They do.
And you're getting handheld AirPods.
I need to
and that's
see that.
LeBron's team. Come on.
Count your days, Wish. Count your days. If you're out there and you've ordered from Wish, let us know. We'd love to hear your story about the success that you've had with Wish. I've never ordered from it.
I haven't either.
We have our own websites that we order the janky stuff from.
Yeah.
So Quinn and I especially, my stuff's being held at the at the border. Like still, like it's crazy. I mean, great deals, but complete knockoff stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
100% knockoff stuff, but it still looks cool.
Yeah.
I just got 80 pair of sunglasses, which I'm excited to pass along.
I found a website where you can get like legit shoes. Like they look legit. There's something wrong with them. I haven't been able to find it. I found those Vapor Max for like $60.
Ooh.
But I don't know what's wrong with them.
Enter here.
But I'm using. If I do it, I'm using a prepaid card.
You got a burner account.
I'm gonna get a prepaid card. One of the ones from Circle K or something.
Are you gonna use your real name?
No.
I didn't think so.
My name is Maxwell. Last name Jackswell.
Max Jackswell. Oh, that is the name. That is the ego from now on. Tristan, when he does his get up, Max Jackswell. I love
it. There we go.
I love it. It fits you perfect.
That's good.
Max Jack. If he ever goes on air for YSN again, it'll be Max Jackswell. I love it. That is.
Tune in for pillow fights.
Tune in for pillow fights. We are going to do that segment. I thought that was cool.
I think some people would. It's got to be the younger crowd because they'll bite the pillow and start fighting.
And I think we can.
I can't wait. You're gonna get taken out by some like 80-year-old that's just sitting
Someone
there.
takes my legs out
and be done.
I think it's gonna be a little kid, man. Little kids are aggressive and they don't know to not do stuff.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna get one right to the
That's
boys.
the thing. You ain't gonna be able to hit a little kid either.
You know,
how do
like
you
interesting is gonna be
justify that?
just walking up, just throwing the pillow and be like, "It's on." They're gonna start swinging before I start swinging. I'm going headshots though, if you accept it.
Headshots. The pillow sniper, Max Jackswell.
There is no age limit in pillow fights.
What's the garb gonna be like? Like, what are you gonna wear to this? It can't be normal clothes, like, because you'll just look like a weirdo.
No. I don't know.
I got a sweater vest if you want.
I gotta look.
Nobody wants a sweater vest.
I don't know. Maybe baseball pants and a cutoff.
Your coach's pants.
Oh my! I still have those.
Yep. You shouldn't, but you do.
I remember playing that old man. The one I'm like, I want those, and the next week I made my own.
Why is that old man have cut off baseball pants?
I made my own.
Tristan he's the guy that he's athletically gifted, but he's also the guy that everybody hates. So it takes all the pressure off of you. But if you're a pitcher in softball, you start to hate him.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they go middle. Kitchen's open, as they say. And
I'm good enough where I can spit a little bit, but for the most part, not all the time, but for the most part, about 70%, back it up. So it's like, yeah,
Until your brother lays you out on the 18th.
Yeah, listen.
You wake up and no one's there.
If it's not on a golf course, I got him anywhere else. So it doesn't matter.
By far my favorite ever story. He steps over you to putt and drills it.
RJ stepped over me, but still,
RJ.
not on a golf course, I win. It's just something about greens. They throw me off.
Yeah,
It's a little bit. It's. Is it grass? Is it not grass? It just throws me off. I start thinking, don't get me started.
Continue the story. Gets up off the green, walks into his brother's car, and he says, "You still want to fight?" Unbelievable. Guys, we're approaching that 2 o'clock hour, which is a little bit closer to stim time.
We need more comments, guys.
We're going to go rocks, paper, scissors for who goes first, or what are we going to do?
Oh, boy. I'm more of a quarter guy. I'll take tails.
All right, who's got a quarter? I don't have a quarter. Anybody got a quarter? We don't carry cash. Don't rob us. We carry no cash. We are Wish.
Yes. I carry prepaid credit cards for those China websites.
Flip the koozie.
No, I'm not flipping a koozie. What we'll do is I'll go get a quarter during the break, and we'll tell you when we come back about who's going to go first. We might as well just start during the 2 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
And see how long we can go.
I wonder if I can. Oh. Yeah, let's do it.
So we'll see. The first person's going to go at 2. The second person will go at 2:30. So the max you can get is a half hour.
Ooh, I don't know if I do. I'm going to try.
We're going to try. And we got to crank it up. It's got to be the same, what is it, not temperature, the same level.
Level, yeah.
Rating.
Yeah.
Power gauge.
Yeah.
Power up.
Same power for each of us, and we'll do it. Just because my wife thought it was going to be hilarious, I don't want to let her down. You never want to let your wife down. She's one of the few that will actually watch their husbands just be absolutely stupid. You know the worst part about it?
I'll still take a Ric Flair slap, too.
Yeah. Oh, that's been there, done that. The worst part about all this is I said, I'm going to do this. And she goes, it's content. And I was
It's content.
Oh, no.
She's learned.
She's on board. She is assimilated. So we'll take a break. We'll do the coin flip, and then one of us will have the stim on when we come back. We'll wait to turn it on until we come back. But make sure you tell your friends that somebody's going to get electrocuted on the Power Hour right after this.
Hey, my Ohio friends, it's Mike Ditka, and I know great talent and heart when I see it. I can tell you from firsthand experience, there are average real estate agents, then there are true champions. Kelly Warren is one of those champions, and you have her right there in your own backyard. Kelly outmarkets and outsells every agent in the Mahoning Valley. If Kelly can't sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, Kelly will buy it. Get your home sold. Call Kelly Warren today at 717-2689 or go online to kellysold.com and start packing.
You can feel it. Baird Brothers' traditional craftsmanship. You can see it. Baird Brothers' timeless style. And you can afford it. And find everything at BairdBrothers.com. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods is real hardwood, yet beautifully affordable. Floors, moldings, interior doors, bar rails, and stair parts. All within your means and without a care. Start at BairdBrothers.com. You have made it. Your home.
Teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
And welcome back to the YSN Power Hour. Apologize for that little break there. We were getting Tristan all wired up because I won the flip. He called tails, and tails has failed him. So Tristan is there. Let's get the guest camera. It ain't gonna be good no matter which way you look at it.
Don't just juice me right out of the gate.
So
there's not a setting for stomach. How do you?
No, there's no setting. You gotta pick your setting. So
well, let me see what the settings are because I want the most intense.
A couple hands, some feet. Some knees, it looks like.
It didn't come from America.
Feet would probably be intense. What the hell is that?
You gotta click on it again. Light it up. Those are like knees.
Show the camera what it looks like.
This looks like the first generation of an iPod.
It's an iPad. It's an iPod Nano.
It's
an iPod Nano.
This is the iStimulus. I bet
Tristan's trying to find Kelly Clarkson on it.
Oh, Kelly Clarkson. I bet the back probably hurts the worst. I'll take that one, or I'll take a knee. There's a peace symbol. I don't want that. That's
we'll go back. Let's go to.
How do you know which? Wait, no, wait.
You think you gotta hit it? Don't you?
1 through.
Yeah, I think you just keep hitting the M, don't you?
Surprise me.
Lower.
All right.
But go back because I bet that hurts
Touchscreen?
worse. It's not a touch.
2 o'clock. Let's go. Just now.
Just give me like.
He wants a little bit of juice to get him started.
Like, are we rumbling? I can feel it a little bit. Are you rumbling? Or am I just nervous?
Oh, there it is.
Oh, I can feel it.
That's 3.
Okay, slow. Because I felt that. Go back to 3. Go back to 3.
That is 3.
Is it go?
All right, 4.
Okay, here we go.
You're on back.
Wait, how high does this go? Because that kind of hurt.
I don't know. You want me to find out? Just put it all the way up, and then we'll
just keep going.
All right, that's oh, dude, that goes up high. Look at that. If you go on like the side, you can see the shade of the
Holy
numbers.
moly.
That goes up far.
What am I? My stomach has a heartbeat.
5. You're at 5. 6.
Going. Yeah, keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
7.
Show your stomach. Show your stomach. I want to see it. Is it working? Yeah, you can see it.
8.
Is it pulsating? Is it pulsating? Hold on, wait. Let me go back. Let me get accustomed to it. I can do it. I just gotta hit the button. Oh, okay, yeah. So it like goes and it goes and then it stops. All right, let's go to 9. Oh, holy!
You can hear it. You can hear it in the headphones.
Oh yeah, that feels good. Not good, but almost good because it goes. What are we at right now?
9.
Let's make it even. Let's go to 10.
10's halfway. It goes up to 20.
Holy shiza! I can't do that.
Oh. Is it bad?
Oh yeah, that one hurts. That one hurts. That one hurts because like the pulsating one hurts. Like the boom boom boom. That right there. That's the one that hurts. That's the one that hurts. Let's go. Go 11. Oh.
Anybody else waiting for him to drop? I'm waiting for him to drop.
11 or 12?
11.
Let's go to 14.
12, 13, 14.
Let's go to 14. Because that's the one that hurts. I'm waiting for it. Oh. I got a baby in there! That freaking hurts!
That's 14.
Oh, let's go to 16.
Okay.
16.
Oh. There's something in my stomach. Oh. Look at this one. Look.
What's it feel like?
Like it's like a kick, and then it's like someone's like running. That's the one that goes.
You think this is what pregnancy feels like?
I don't know. I've been pregnant before, but I've never felt this. That right here. That's the one. Right.
Sit down so we can see your face. Oh, we're going right to you.
Ow. What are we
16.
At? Let's go 18.
What would you rather do? Have Sam's chiming in. Would you rather have a hit from Kelly Pavlik or this?
Kelly?
Are we at 18?
18 has been 5 minutes.
No. Yeah, let's go.
To what?
Wait, no, wait to it because it's not vibrating. There it goes. Let me get through this one vibrate and let's go to 20. All right, go right now. We're already there. Let's go. All right, one more vibrate there. I'm taking it off. I'm done. Call it quits. Turn it off.
All right.
You win, dude. You win.
6 minutes.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
The boom. boom wasn't bad, but the
6 minutes, all the way up.
All right. You guys got to talk while I get this potted up.
That hurt.
Go ahead, backup host.
That hurt.
All right, slide over so you can.
No, I'm not.
You're doing it yourself?
I'll do it myself.
Oh, I'm just going to waste the.
Somebody's got to talk. What are you doing? No, you go over here.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were speaking spots about
Oh.
Those two
Cool.
combined. It's set. All you gotta do is just hit
Tristan,
the center and then
like
the
scale of
plus sign.
Scale of 1 to 10. How'd that feel?
I can't wait to.
It doesn't really hurt. It's just like someone's grabbing you and just shaking your skin.
It's almost.
It's like cramps.
It's cramps. I
It's
mean,
like you get a cramp or whatever.
The pulse.
If that's what it feels like for girls,
the one that goes,
I'm out.
that doesn't hurt. But the one that just shakes your body hurts.
All right, I'm locked in.
I've had
It's
to wear
locked
that
in.
for my back. Like
Oh, you had 6 minutes to beat.
Those days when I can't walk or whatever, I have to
He's
wear
only,
those.
it's only 2:05. How did he get 6 minutes?
The thing started at 20. It's down to 14.
It's on right now?
The timer in the corner, it went from 20 to 14.
Oh, okay. All right.
So you gotta last until
I'm at 13 right now.
7.
All right, here we go.
You're going right to 13?
No.
No, the
13
timer.
is the
There's a
time.
timer in the top corner of it. Yeah.
No, don't do that.
Now, he went up in
Oh,
intervals.
oh, I caught it wrong. I caught it wrong.
You got the pulsating.
Oh.
You got the pulsating.
Oh, I caught it wrong.
The pulsating out of the gate is the one that hurts
All
the
right,
most.
that's 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's the thing. If you get it in between intervals,
I told you.
It's pulsating.
Yeah, the
if you
pulsating
get it in
hurts.
between intervals and you're up to like 7 from a 2, like it's gonna be bad.
They jump from like the 10 to 14. Yeah, I told you, man. It
I might
hurts.
poop myself. Like this.
Yeah. It feels good when you get it off, though.
Oh God.
I'm trying to go to the beach.
Tristan went from like 8 to 14.
I'm trying to go to the beach
3,
now.
4, 5, 7, 8.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
Is the
I'm
pulse-
just,
the
I'm just
pul-
going pop, pop. I can do that.
Those ones are okay.
Yeah, those are
I can
fine
do that.
The ones where
I
it
can
just
do
doesn't quit.
I can do that. I can do that. I'll wait to get through the other one. Now I know what you're doing. Oh,
You gotta anticipate the. Those are the ones, bro.
All right, back to the pool. Oh!
Get it.
All right. Ouch!
It hurts. It just feels like someone's squeezing you and twisting you.
If you get to 6, you win though, on the little timer thing.
I have a high tolerance for pain.
Yeah.
I do.
I don't, but I'm just dumb.
I'm just dumb.
The problem is his 6 lasted through 1 through 20.
Yeah.
Like if you just did 20
I don't.
straight up and you did it for like 2 minutes, you'd win.
Yeah.
But
So just
Here it comes.
click it on 20 and
What do you
keep
got now?
it there for a couple minutes.
doesn't it feel like there's a baby out there?
1, 2, 3. I can't even count. I know, I'm halfway there. I know that.
So you're at 10.
It's got to be more than 10.
That's what I thought too.
All right, up.
The pulsating. You can do the pulsating.
Pulsating's good.
I mean that's okay.
I mean, all you gotta do is get to 20 and last a minute, technically. 'cause
Yeah, but
you'll win.
dude,
I just
you
cranked
only
it
had
at
20
3.
for like 10 seconds.
20, 19,
Yes.
18, 17,
Gets
16.
20 last
I'm
for
at
half.
14.
So
I'm at
easier
14
said
right
than
now.
done.
30 seconds at 20 and you win.
I'm at 14 right now. I do not envy any woman right now in this sport.
No. Oh no. It hurts.
If this is, oh,
I've been pregnant before. It hurts. Yeah, right there.
You can't make him laugh while he's doing this.
That's the worst. Does it feel like you got a cramp, like the biggest cramp ever?
this is like the emergency poop.
Yeah, right? And it won't come out.
So,
And
no.
you like gotta grab your butt cheeks and
Yeah, this is like you're afraid to fart just a little bit because you don't know what's gonna happen. All right, we're at 14, 15, 16.
There you go. We're almost there.
16. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Pulsating.
I
I don't like. I'm gonna lift my mic up because I might drop.
It hurts. It makes
Ooh, it does. It's like it doesn't hurt. It just like.
it's weird. It's a weird hurt.
All right, I'm gonna crank her up. Here we go.
Go ahead,
We're
let's
gonna go
go.
20 after this last one.
You go to 20, I'll time it so you can win.
Oh, I'm winning. All right, let's go.
Get it. This is the one that hurts.
Get it.
I mean, they all freaking hurt, but It's like a different kind of hurt, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna hurt bad.
It's like,
I can feel it.
It's weird to explain. The
pulsating. This is gonna be bad.
And then it comes out of nowhere.
This is 2 shocks. You go through 2 shocks, you basically win.
It goes out of nowhere.
You have 1, so you get 2, you win.
Yes! It goes out of nowhere. All
right, I'm good. I'm fine. I got it. I got this. So I gotta go through 2 of them.
You got 1 more coming up.
All right.
And it hits out of nowhere. It's like, and it switches. It's never consistent.
No, it's not. The one hits you, like it starts hard. That one started hard.
Maybe it's so like you can't like get your muscles ready. So like it tricks your muscles.
I'm gonna put this on my back, like legit. Put it on my back.
I probably need it for my. I need it for my hamstrings.
Legitimately, it helps. Just don't put it on 20 when you go on your back.
No, I bet that would feel good.
I bet 10
Don't
would
start
feel
at
good.
20.
10 would feel good. There it goes. Here it comes. Here's the next one.
Got it. 1.
There you go, right there.
2.
It's done. It's done.
3. I think I go 4.
Does he go 4? It's just like someone. It's just like someone squeezing your abs and just holding it.
It actually feels good now.
He's built up a tolerance.
It feels good when you take them off too, because like it just feels like a relaxation.
It's relief.
I'm still on 20, so I might be talking again, and
it gives you hiccups.
Not as bad as I thought it would be.
It
put me down.
It shocks you though, like that right there. Like it hits you out of nowhere because there's no consistency. So it's trying to trick the muscles into thinking like because you can't.
I don't have to do sit-ups tonight. I know that.
Right? Because you're flexing the whole time it hits.
Yeah. Ow. I'm gonna put these on my arms, and I'm gonna show people I can do 20. Want to go arms? I'll go first on arms.
Oh boy.
All right, stop it. I'm sweating.
22, son, busting them out. You go first, yeah.
I'll go first. All right, here we go.
It's gonna shake the arm.
Oh, if we go here.
Want on the try?
Yeah, we'll go try. Should I go? Because you want to go opposite, right? I
think so.
Oh shit, that's gonna go right through your arm.
You might want to start low just to make sure.
Oh gosh, it's not turning down.
You gotta hit play to go down.
I know, that's what I'm worried about. I'm sitting at 20.
Just hit play and hold down the minus.
This isn't gonna be good, boys.
But if you keep it on 20 the whole time and you last the longest, just keep it on 20 and see how long you last.
All right, back up. We're starting on 20, Tris.
We're starting on 20?
You'll be fine.
You see that?
Yeah. Listen, I don't know if I'm.
So we'll just count cycles. See who goes through the most cycles.
You put it on my cheeks. I'll take a 20 to the cheeks.
That's it. I'm done with that. That arm thing hurts.
I'll take a 20 to the cheeks.
What cheeks?
I'm gonna put this on your butt. I gotta. Put
I
this
didn't
on
say
my
butt
back.
cheeks. I said cheeks.
Oh God.
No, I don't know. I'm a guy.
I don't have any cash on me, but I would put money down on that. I'll give you my entire change jar.
What about neck? You think neck would kill me?
Yeah, neck would kill me.
Yeah, neck would.
Put it on your
actually
cheeks.
be bad.
Go cheeks.
On 20?
Work a tolerance up. Holy cow, man.
I don't know.
If he's gonna go cheeks,
It's gonna shock me. I'm gonna get the.
Quinn, go arm.
I ain't putting that on.
Put it on.
I know that stuff. I don't like those.
Anybody else want a piece of this?
I do not like those at all.
All right, we'll put them down. Do you want to go arms or no?
I'm gonna look up, see what it does if I put it on my face. Make sure I don't die. Because I'm gonna.
Let's not kill you.
You know, you won't die. You might lose sight for a
Sam,
while.
Sam
go
says
dizzy or something.
I think Sam is in agreement. Dude, listen. You'd rather take a punch from Kelly than that?
But let me give my stipulations. I want the bodysuit, and he gets 2 body punches. You know what they do for sparring?
Yeah.
Wait, he gets 2 as hard as he
Now,
can.
is he wearing gloves?
Yeah. But he can pick. What do they fight with? He can have 8-ounce gloves. Or 6. I don't care.
I'm still taking the stem.
Yeah.
Like, this is like a little elves punching you in the arm. That's a massive human being.
He gets 2 punches. I'll give him 8-ounce gloves.
Well, put it on your cheeks at 20. I'm sure that's what Kelly's punch to the face would feel like.
I don't know. He ain't touching me though.
Yes, he is. If that was the preview. He might touch you a couple times.
Don't
that
do
didn't
this at
end the
home.
way I thought it would.
Don't do that at home.
Don't do that. Like that. When I told Sarah, I was like, "Hey, we're gonna do this." She's like, "Oh, that'd be funny." And
use that for medical reasons only, not for
like
fun.
the arm was worse than the stomach.
Yeah,
I could
'cause
imagine.
It's going straight.
Oh
through.
yeah,
It's,
because
like,
you don't have
connected.
you have more meat, like you know what I mean, more
Yeah.
meat here than here.
Well, those things connect. Those things are just shooting right through you at that
because
point.
they're shooting the electricity
Oh,
to each
yeah,
other.
Yeah, it's shooting right through it.
That didn't end well. That
Here,
didn't.
let's put them right here.
It put me.
Hey, that's all you, buddy.
I mean, I dropped.
like
It
what
dropped
you
me
call
that because
It comes out of nowhere.
Yeah. So that's our challenge for this week. So we put that out there. If anybody's doing STEM, please don't tag us in that. Like I don't. That was just for fun.
That's our
was just to
challenge,
see-
but don't tag us because we don't condone it.
Yeah, we don't condone it, but we did it. Some of us. Ant, I didn't ask you. Did you want to do it?
No way.
Ant says no. You're a girl.
Just put it on.
I've used it before, like for legitimate reasons.
So have I.
No, I'm good.
Didn't stop me.
I'm good.
Do you have a Capri Sun?
I did.
Another Capri Sun race would be cool.
If your body like understood that there's actually supposed to be blood in there instead of sugar.
Strawberry
What do you
kiwi
think
too.
it would
That's a
do?
good pick though, Q. I like strawberry kiwi.
Tropical punch all day.
I like a tropical punch.
Trop punch. We got 45 minutes to fill.
I know my stomach's kind of hurting. I'm not gonna lie.
Like I feel
I'm
like
not
I
gonna
just
lie.
got kicked in the boys.
I'm not gonna lie. My stomach hurts. It just feels weird.
That we
It
definitely
just feels like
mistimed that.
it feels like I just did 1,000 crunches.
Yeah, we mistimed that big. I don't even know what to talk about. We talked
I'm
about
gonna
Fauci.
shotgun an energy drink on the air when we come after our next one, if we have one.
You want to have a chugging contest?
Sure.
No.
I can do that.
I don't know if chugging that is good.
What's the difference? Ingesting
Compared
it.
to a Capri Sun, I feel like that chugging an energy drink is not a good idea.
There's no sugar in that. There is 58. Bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anthony, you want to get on him because we always get on you?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, germs.
That flavor
I'm
actually
gonna be
tastes
Take 'em out.
pretty good. Peach tea. That sounds pretty good.
It tastes like feet.
Really?
That peach
I
tea.
don't know what feet taste like.
It tastes like
Wait, who picked peach tea?
Bri.
Oh, BS.
See, I'm a big peach guy, so I don't know. That might taste good.
One thing about BS that I will say, and I may have said it on your. He has hit a softball that still has not landed yet.
Oh yeah.
It's still there somewhere.
I've heard Munson. Yeah, I think you told me Munson's.
Munson
pretty
hits moonshots too.
good. Who would win a home run derby between those two?
I think you beat them both. You would, but because Munson is like BS. It's going 60,000 feet in the air, or it's going over the fence.
I don't think I could hit a home run right now.
No, not right now. But BS is, and there's one that's still orbiting Mercury out there because he hit it so high, and it would have been an out to the pitcher, but still he hit it high.
I think I would hurt the shortstop's hand really bad when he tried to stop the ball.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could hit one out. If it were, it would go to
You don't
right
think you
field.
hit one out right now?
I don't think so.
I almost hit one out the other day. Muscles.
Well, you were hitting 44s.
44s on a 260 fence. Get at me. One hopped it.
So what does that equal out to?
Not very good.
It's one of those things where it sounds really good, then you go, I'm hitting a rock.
I slap. I'm a slap hitter.
You are a slap hitter.
I slap.
But you can hit some bombs in Salem.
Yeah, when we're playing 44s and it's 200.
And it's 8 degrees outside.
Yeah.
Is there any other games that like old dudes, I guess, can play and like get away with
Golf.
other than golf?
Because you watch. Listen, we already
Shuffleboards.
We
Bocce.
talked about
Shuffleboards.
golf though.
Bocce.
You watch them; they barely swing. They get out there. I'm out there swinging as hard as I can.
Yeah, because they've had like 50 years to play
But
golf.
it
They've
doesn't
figured
matter.
out how to do it.
Their
right.
swing is so like not hard. It looks
It's
like.
fluid and it's straight down the middle every time. It's unbelievable.
Old guys?
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
I feel like my microphone's not working. This is pissing me off.
Granted, they play on like the red tees or whatever the front tees are, the senior tees, but
Phone died.
still.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. Let's take a break because my stomach hurts so bad. I'm like queasy. But don't do that at home. We do not condone that.
Trivia. You got trivia.
Yeah, Ant, you got a trivia question?
But I'll have one after the break.
All right, he'll have one out. He's got to look it up. We'll be back after this break, proudly brought to you by our sponsors down the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, and the ones you're about to hear on YSN.
21
Good evening,
News.
and thank you for joining us.
Let's get right to our top
More
story
experienced reporters
A new Wilmington
At
restaurant.
GM Lordstown,
telling more local stories
We'll look at
baby
efforts
boy
to
is
curb
recovering from a broken.
around our
Good
valley.
Community in
afternoon.
Niles,
We are
one
here in
Triangle Valley
Youngstown, right
business.
Because you expect
It's important for everyone. No place like home.
more local news.
In Mercer County
Before
Court.
they become life-threatening.
21 News is our valley's #1 local news.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring, and, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
Hello, I'm Greg Burbick with G. Burbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gburbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Burbick Farms, it just tastes better.
And welcome back to the YSN Power Hour. DJ Yoakley with you. We are back. We are hurting. We tried the challenge of the STIM, muscle stimulation challenge.
Nerve stimulator.
Nerve stimulator, whatever they want to call it. I always called it STEM. And now there's like science, technology, engineering, math. So first time I called it STEM, my wife just looked at me. She's like, it's STIM, stimulator.
I thought it was stimulating.
I thought it was just STEM.
Yeah, stimulating, yeah.
Oh, that was completely off. In the county, in Columbiana County, we call it what we want because we dominate challenges just like that.
Absolutely.
That was bad, dude. That was a bad choice.
See, I'm like the Johnny Knoxville of YSN. If there's anything you guys want me to do,
that's true.
To the point where it's not going to kill me, I'll do it. I will do it, but like, don't kill me.
Did you? Oh, your phone died. I was gonna say, did you look at if we put it on your cheeks, what it would do?
No.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Give me a mouthpiece. I don't want to be like from the movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's
You don't want to bite
Nest.
your tongue or something.
But
Green Mile.
yeah. I don't want to come back drooling, but bust all my teeth out. Spend a lot of money on my teeth.
Yeah, that's probably a good call.
But I will do if someone wants to put something out there, I'll do it. Like I will, I don't know, put bricks to my feet and try to swim.
The Tristan Challenge. That would be.
Yeah, just give me
that's,
something.
That's a good little segment.
Give me something. I'll do it.
I like that. We can get.
A lot of times I probably won't be able to do it, but I'll still try.
Like, would you be the guy that goes in the dunk tank when it's 5 degrees outside?
Absolutely.
If we put a dunk tank out there?
Absolutely.
Oh. For charity?
Yeah.
Obviously. Okay.
You put fish in there, I'll go in there.
Fish?
Right now. Put fish in there right now, I'll go with it. I mean, that's a little bit weird. It's not really that challenging. Anyone would do that, but like, put like a whole bunch of fish in there and dunk me.
Like Nemo?
Or just put like, I would even, like, poopy water, I'll do that.
Oh, no. Disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, I'll do it.
That's where I call, like, there's a sewage plant. I can pull some strings. You can jump in the sewage plant.
If we get a lot of,
I don't know if I want to be there for that.
That's not.
How's he going to get back? He ain't going to sit in his car.
No.
Did you sit in your car after you did that?
No, I'm probably just gonna.
I got a lease, so you're out.
You're not sitting in any more cars.
I don't know. I'll figure it out. Just give me a hose and someone bring me shampoo.
There's the poop guy walking down the street.
What's the Joe? I got the poo on me.
There's too much doo-doo on me.
I'll do anything though.
My eyes twitching now.
Not anything. I know. Don't you? I feel weird. I feel like not okay.
Like when we were putting this together, we were changing it over from the mattress store to YSN. One of the reasons I covered up the electrical outlets is because I was painting. No, I wasn't painting. What was I doing? Oh, we were pulling the wall down because this was all covered in sheetrock. Well, we pulled that part down, and then I pulled something out of the outlet, and it zapped me right against that wall above the door, and I went poof, back straight down the wall. That's what that felt like.
I've been shocked before too, like that. Yeah, just I think it was like a sweeper. I was trying to put a sweeper back together
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, didn't feel good.
I felt like I was Danielson right there whenever and I got swept the leg. like that was not. I did not do that on purpose. That was it. It was literally like Anatomy 101 says if you put something electric current close enough in your stomach to your boys, you're probably gonna feel it.
Oh, absolutely.
I felt it, and I was trying not to get.
It's a whole unit.
You can
It's a whole unit.
Units respect units.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that?
You can put it on your face. You got to either put it on your right there where your jaw is.
That's what they did one Florida Cookies Nest. I'm not doing
that's your temple on the jaw, like on the bone.
That's too damn close.
Right on your jaw,
Right
or you put it on your cheek and your jaw.
No.
But you can do it.
We're
They
gonna
say
pass.
you can do it, and they say you should not go any bit higher than 3.
Okay, give me a mouthpiece. We're doing 10.
If we were doing it, we were going the entire way.
Yeah, and give me a mouthpiece.
We're not doing it.
But they say that at least part of it has to connect to your bone.
Got a big old jaw.
Your jawbone.
No, we're not doing
I'm
it.
like your crimson chin.
Try it.
Oh my god.
It's the only thing my dad ever gave me.
Crimson Chin. So that challenge is complete. And if you have any more challenges for Tristan, make sure you hit us up on
I don't
whether
do
social.
eating challenges though, folks, unless it's like super like gross.
Well, Quinn's the next one with a
eat
challenge.
cricket. Like, would you eat a cricket?
I've ate a cricket before. I've ate
Would you
one
eat a
before.
cockroach?
I would.
Wouldn't touch it. Disgusting.
Do I have to crunch it or
Cricket.
Can I swallow it?
You have to swallow.
I don't have to crunch it.
Like a centipede? Ooh.
What the hell is wrong with you? What?
We're just trying to think of weird, obscure.
Why are they all bugs
Hartman
from you?
comes up with bugs that he's never.
Yeah, like he's sitting over there like watching A Bug's Life on. What about a cricket?
They'll like live in my stomach.
How
though.
about a cockroach?
Your stomach will kill it.
A cockroach never dies.
What about
No, a cockroach
With
can survive a
hydrochloric
nuclear
acid.
bomb. I think it can survive your stomach.
Yeah, the acid of your stomach, it would
Your
survive.
stomach acid, you think?
It would be fine. And it'd be disgusting. Because imagine that thing you.
Lay eggs in there.
What is
It'll
wrong
come
with
out of you.
you?
It'll come out of you eventually, so it's okay.
I don't poop solid though. It's all mud.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Poop out a big bug.
Hey, I got trivia.
Thank you. You started this mess anyway.
So, there have been 5 NBA quadruple doubles in the 20th century. One player has 2 of them. So who's the player that has 2 quadruple doubles?
Russell Westbrook.
In the 20th century.
LeBron James.
Will Chamberlain.
David Robinson.
It's LeBron.
David Robinson or Hakeem, probably.
It's LeBron.
You had to pick one.
Oh, you got one.
It's Hakeem.
Was it with turnovers?
Quinn. Hakeem Hawaii.
T-shirt time!
No, you're not getting a T-shirt.
This
answered
isn't-
it right.
This isn't Jersey Shore.
No, that ship sailed whenever Captain Cardinal over
Well,
there.
that's not my fault he ruined Trivia Day.
Well, it's not
Yeah.
my fault either.
The first one he got was 29 points, 18 assists. No,
This
29
one's
points,
different.
18
They're both
rebounds,
This is a little different.
10 assists, and 11 blocks.
Tastes like feet.
It's a little different. I'm not.
Like you get used to it, but the first time you drink it, you're like,
I'm a big energy drink guy, and this is a little different.
So no,
I almost bought a case of Red Bull.
Quinn, I'll
What does feet taste like? I don't know what feet are like taste like.
I'm just guessing that it's the same as
I used
it
to bite my
smells.
toes, and it's about the same.
You bite
Bite
your
your
toes?
When I was little, I used to bite
Oh.
my toenails. Yeah. Why do you think I'm so fast?
I'm more impressed with the flexibility.
It has nothing to do with biting toenails. I was waiting for someone to call me out.
We have officially derailed. We have derailed on the Power Hour, talking about mud poop, cockroaches, and whatever A Bug's Life over there is talking about.
I think, dude, I'll tell you what, that shock has thrown me off. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little off.
I know, man. Like, I don't like.
I can't focus.
No.
It's a little different. Like, I feel weird. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't feel like I don't feel like
man.
intoxicated or anything. It just. Quinn, the only way you're getting a shirt is if we go crop top.
Okay.
Not you.
You got too much hanging out on that side.
I think it'd be hilarious. Crop top.
I think it'd happen.
Let's do crop tops.
I don't want to cut a perfectly good shirt.
Me and DJ used to play softball on crop tops.
I didn't. Don't include me in this conversation. You were half right.
We called it Heisman juice.
Heisman juice. We never did talk about, baseball players. At this point, do we even care about Major League Baseball coming back? They had this big thing about social media, like, say when and where.
Is there players that are, like, saying, hey, I'm not coming back? Is there certain players? I mean, we talked about the pitcher, the one pitcher or whatever. I don't remember his name.
Yeah, Blake Snell.
But is there, like, I always bring him up, and I know I don't think he would do it, but I'm talking, like, Mike Trout quality players. Have they come out and said, hey, I'm not?
No. They're all saying they will, but the problem is MLBPA keeps saying they won't, and that's a problem.
So,
there's mixed communication there.
Like,
who's in charge of that?
If you're Bryce Harper and
Tony Clark.
So I'm Bryce Harper. You're Under Armour. Would you ever say, hey man, I don't want you to do half a season because we're not going to be able to promote you? Like, is that something a little different or?
No, they're praying that. They've got a lot of money wrapped up in
that
BH.
That he plays any game.
Yep.
Okay. So I didn't know if it was one way or the other. I didn't know if it was.
No, I gotta. because this isn't Bryce Harper's fault.
I know.
That's one of those things where marketing, like, you can't not pay him the money from a sponsorship standpoint because it's not his fault.
I didn't know if I was asking, like, I didn't know if Under Armour would lose out for him just playing half a year rather.
Oh no, I don't think. I think they're just hoping. Who knows? I can't imagine that Bryce Harper.
You still want your brand on the field.
Yeah, but I just don't think he sells shoes like Michael would sell shoes. MJ or LeBron or anybody like. Again, we talk about.
How are the baseball shoes? Like, it's a very selective
here's
market.
What you
like
want
you said
to.
Before.
I was at Dick's the other day. Mike Trout shoes, best player in the league, in my opinion. His shoes are $30 cheaper than the Bryce Harper's.
But if you're like,
you know what I mean? Like, isn't that weird?
It is weird.
It's a select market though. Like,
I guess it's the brand.
Being a basketball guy, I'm never gonna wear a Mike Trout shoe. I just don't care. Like, I won't wear
Their
it
trainers
around.
are sweet. The trainers are sweet. What if you're in the gym wearing them?
There's other trainers I could get though.
True.
It's not one of those things that's high up on my list. Whereas compared to like you'd probably get a pair of Trouts before something else because you're a baseball guy.
See, I'm not even behind the only person I chase from a shoe standpoint is Jordan. Like, I got a pair of Jordans like that. If I get a pair of LeBrons, I'm like, okay, I just like what the shoe looks like.
Yeah,
I got these boys right here. I don't even know what these are called.
I like those. I don't know why.
Are those your mom's again?
No, these are mine. I call them the Burr Baby Slips.
Burr Baby Slips. I thought for sure you were calling out your mom again for that. How about your mom? We never got to address that. Your mom calling in and calling you out.
I know.
Was there a conversation when you got home over spaghetti?
There wasn't. She's in Georgia right now, so.
She's back?
Yeah, she moved back.
She happy to be out of here?
Yeah.
Mixed feelings?
Mixed feelings, but yeah, she's happy to be down there. So.
Let's talk real quick. Crestview, obviously your alma mater, getting turf.
You see the progress they're making within
Fast.
3 days?
Fast.
That's insane.
Beaver Local's doing the same thing. It's they're ready to go.
I love that Beaver Local, they posted a picture about tradition. They took their bell out of the way. And that's awesome because as a Crestview guy, you only ring the bell if you win. You know what I mean? It's been around for ages. And another thing, I don't know if you notice about tradition is at Crestview, what do they do before they come on the field? You ever notice it?
Around the flag or the
goalpost.
goalpost. Yeah.
You don't come on the field unless you go around the goalpost. So like when I saw Beaver Local talking about tradition and then talking about Crestview, I'm like, that's awesome. I love tradition. But the way that they're moving on the field is, breaks your heart a little bit.
Yeah.
Seeing your old field tore up, but like it's so awesome for what's to come.
Well, I saw a message on Facebook which it didn't make me teary-eyed, but it made me kind of nostalgic because someone said, "Hey, do you know what they're doing with the topsoil? I'd like to get a piece of that because all the history of what was done in the field." And you sit back and you go, man, if you could have one piece of history, like they cut out a 2x2 square, 5x whatever it is, 6x6 square, what would you want and why?
Oh. I don't know.
And it doesn't have to be sports. It can be anything in history. It could be the Titanic. It could be like whatever you think. I think that's
I'd like a piece of Omar Vizquel's jersey.
Just a little.
Really?
2x2.
Yeah.
Because what would that mean to you?
No one would know what that cloth means, but it means the world to me. So.
Quinn, what do you think?
Probably a piece of the Cavs cord from the championship year, or the championship game.
The one that they won the championship?
Yeah.
So you're taking the
Piece of the cord. Game
the,
6.
the actual Cavs court?
Mhm.
Okay.
Game 6. Either that, and then, I mean, personally wise, a piece of Canfield's cord.
That'd be cool.
I'd love to have a piece of Paladin's cord because that's where the first people ever give me a chance.
Mhm.
That'd be awesome to have it. If something ever goes down there, I'd love that.
Hanging a block of wood in my house, nobody cares what it is.
But it means
Means
that's
everything
that's
to
what
me,
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Like with Omar Vizquel, I could have that cloth. No one knows what it means.
Yeah.
But he is the sole reason I picked up a baseball and started playing baseball, and that's my favorite sport. And it doesn't matter if anyone knows what it means. They'd be like, "Why do you have cloth hung up?"
So what piece would you have? Would you have like a piece of the red, white, and blue, all the stitching like the Indians, or would you want the piece of the Vizquel or the number?
I would like a little bit of the name,
Yeah.
probably, or the number.
Like the VIZ?
Yeah.
Like if you could have his nameplate, you'd take it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
What do you think, Ant?
I'm thinking like before every football game, Georgia Tech runs behind the 1934 Ford Model T. It's like the Ramblin' Wreck.
Yeah.
And if for whatever reason they ever had to replace that and they took little squares off that car, that'd be kind of cool to have for me. And that's the first thing that popped up in my head.
I like that.
Because it'd be a square of metal and people like, well, it's from the Ramblin' Wreck. And it's been there since 1958.
Like Clemson touches that bulldog on the way out too. Yeah.
The Rock.
It's a rock. It's a rock.
That's really cool. No, I think that's really neat. All that stuff is nostalgia, right?
It is.
You look at it, it can mean absolutely nothing to somebody else, but it means everything to you. So I thought that was really cool that the guy said that. And actually, I think it was he, but it might have been she. I don't know. I can't remember. I typically don't look at names. I just look at what their content of what they're saying.
I saw that too.
And that one, I was like, wow, that's pretty sweet. You know, it's one of those things. I wish I could get my microphone from high school when I was doing the PA announcing.
That'd
Like,
be cool.
because that would probably go. It would go here somewhere, and I would look at that and then say that's where it started. Like, that microphone got me through college. It got me, a business, and it got me a dream to which if that microphone ever went away, I probably never would have. I never would be here for sure, but I definitely probably. Who knows if I would have got through college? You know what I mean? It's one of those things. Broadcasting has been a big part of my life, but that's what I wish I could. I know it's long gone. That thing's probably toast in a junkyard somewhere. But R.I.P. microphone. But yeah, like.
Did you ever get to work with, the great, rest in peace, man. He's a great man. Vaughn, you ever get to work with Vaughn?
Von Brunson, yeah, absolutely.
He was awesome. They would always be like, "Hey, do you want this script about the OSHA?" And he'd be like, "Nope, hasn't memorized. Stands up, doesn't look at anything." And that blew my mind.
Von Brunson was.
He would come up to you after, and I had no idea who he was when I started coaching Palestine. He's like, Tristan Reynolds, and he started throwing out stats from when I played against Palestine. I'm like, that's insane.
That dude knew everything.
Vaughn he had a photographic memory. He could tell you when you did it, how you did it, when you did it, what you did. He could also sing like no other. When you asked him to sing Elvis, he would, right there, right on the spot, he'd sing Elvis. But the thing that I love most about Vaughn, and I was so happy that he got in the Hall of Fame because he deserved it. Because it really is, fans should be allowed in Hall of Fames.
They need to be recognized.
Yeah, Vaughn was at every game from the time I was a senior, which you look at probably before that, from the time I was in high school, which is the early 2000s, to when he was called up. He was beamed up in 2018, 2019. So you look at that and you go, when he was inducted in the Hall of Fame, that was a very special moment for not just me as a person, but for like announcers, because announcers oftentimes, people go to games and they don't think they're part of a game, part of the action, part of the entertainment. They are. I mean, if you have a good announcer, it makes the atmosphere completely different.
So much better.
Completely different. And it's different than what we do at YSN. But if you have a good PA announcer, like Salem has a fantastic PA announcer. Mr. B at Crestview has
his voice
The
just
guy
rings
that-
through the county.
Does the tournament games at Middle Ridge because South Rangers play Middle Ridge, now it's D4, but he's really good too. I don't know his name, but
Palestine. Mr. McKinstry for the longest time did the football games, and the quote, "J.D. Power's the ball carrier." Like you have to have that person represent where you are, and professional ranks do that very well.
And it's like you think about a team, like you just said. It doesn't matter what you think about a team. Like I think about Palestine, I think about Vaughn, I think about Crestview, I think about Mr. B.
Yep.
And you can go on and on. You know what I mean? You can start.
You can talk to some of my friends. They're friends now. They weren't friends when we were in high school, but they hated my guts when I was an announcer because I mean, you guys know how I get excited for our team. It would be like, Brett Young from downtown, and then Bulldog Nation and Unites, and then somebody else would go and shoot a 3 and be like, for 3.
Yeah.
And people would get so pissed.
I love that.
It would be.
Mr. Manley stepped in and did it. He did a great job, and it was almost like you were at a Cavs game because the Cavs do it great.
Yep.
Anytime a Cavs player scores, excited like that.
Yep.
Then like say Russell Westbrook.
That's
You
it.
know what I mean?
That's it. And it has to be like that. I mean,
I love it. I love it.
You almost have to be an MC, you know what I mean, of the entire stadium or venue. And Vaughn did that. Vaughn actually did more play-by-play on the microphone than he did getting excited. But you could always tell when Vaughn got excited because he had a little bit of rough. He was like Hulk Hogan, right? Like he'd get the shake going, and
He was always there after the game too to just
shoot the breeze.
to talk to the kids, talk to the coaches.
Yep.
No matter win or loss, he always had the right thing to say.
He was such a part of the program. The kids loved him all the way through. He would come to our baseball games. He would come to softball games. People loved him, and continue to love him. And I'm excited that he's forever enshrined here at East Palestine. I know he's got a lot of friends from all over, but he was a Bulldog through and through. So
absolutely.
I know that hopefully one day, fingers crossed, I can live up to what he's done and be somewhere on that same wall as he is, because that, to me, guys like AW, Aaron Walker, who've done it athletically, I was okay. I was never a star athlete. I want to be part of that, but from the announcer perspective and what we've done here at YSN, as opposed to anything I did. Yeah. I batted .452. Not bad, but it's not the highest ever. Zach Dunn got me a couple years later, so thanks, Zach. I had one shot of making the awards last forever, and he blew me away. I think he batted .512 or something like that. So that's pretty good season if you're getting hit every other time.
Oh yeah.
What would you want to be if you had one chance, or be known for one thing, and have a record for it? What would it be?
The more I sit back and watch, is as a sports guy, would be coaching, because I see the recognition.
Wins or championships?
Just the way you conduct yourself and wins.
Not both. You have to pick.
Okay, I would say wins, and because that comes with championships too, I guess, so you can tie it in there.
Sometimes.
But I'll say wins, because you look at, no one remembers you winning a championship when you're a junior in high school. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to say it's all the coach, it's all the coach,
Sure.
it's all the coach. But like, you look at Coach Cullen. When I was there when they beat us, when he got his whatever win it was, and that has got, that's got to sit in. So I mean that would.
So you take wins?
I would take wins.
So if they
Being a
say,
coach and having wins.
Tristan Reynolds inducted to the so-and-so Hall of Fame, he has 200 wins, no championships. What would that do? Would that irk you?
I mean, if you have 200 wins, you better have a championship.
You'd hope so.
State championship or like district? 'Cause there's a big difference.
State championship.
I'd be fine with wins then.
Yeah, because
I would be all about
Look at
championships.
some of the greatest coaches in this area. They haven't won state.
Listen,
Collins never won state. Risdale didn't win state.
My thing would I mean, you said wins should equal championships. Championships equal wins. It's the opposite effect. I would say if I'm taking home,
if you're winning 200 games, you better have a.
If I got 25 state championships, I got a few wins under my belt. I'm just guessing, right? So I would rather them say.
Ursuline came in at 500 and won a state championship.
That's what I'm saying. Like I would rather them say, he's the career record holder in state championships in the state of Ohio.
That'd be. hard to touch if it was ever done. You know what I mean? If you ever do it.
Yeah, absolutely. But you look at
That's one of those things that may never be done again. May never be done again.
so we've got a guy that lives a few blocks from here that has over 700 wins in volleyball. You look at that, that'll probably never be done again.
No.
How many state championships has he won?
I don't think he has one.
I don't think he has one.
He's got into regionals, but
That doesn't take away from his
it
legacy,
doesn't.
certainly. But you look at it and you know, look at Dan Marino. You look at the guys that never got to get the championship. You wish they had the chance. You know, you wish you had that one shining moment that you got to cut down the nets or you know, hold the trophy high. And a couple years ago, I thought he had a shot. I really did in Wellsville. And I mean, Coach McKinstry is one of the best to ever do it. And I'm not talking just in the state. I'm talking about around the country.
And it's not just volleyball. He's a great coach.
He is.
I've seen him coach basketball.
He absolutely is. And
Softball.
He's a great person, you know, like, but again, it goes back to us being soft as a society a lot of times, that we can't handle some of the hard criticisms that coaches should be bringing to our front door because nobody else has the stones
My
to
favorite
do
line
it.
I use as a coach is, "You're softer than baby poop." That's my favorite line.
That's it. But it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. And if, I mean,
it's true.
One of those things that
you heard him?
Quinn got that one.
that knocked Quinn out.
Quinn's going to do it. He's going to use that.
I say it all the time.
Quinn's not the hard guy. He's not the hard ass coach. Are you the soft? Are you the guy they come to?
In Lisbon, yeah.
After Huck yells at him?
Lisbon, yeah. But I have to be, because fuck, Huck takes the bad cop, I take the good cop, and it works.
I'll take bad
it
cop
works for
every
us.
day of the week. Every day of the week.
If you have constant yelling, it's not going to help you build, in my mind.
So what do you do? Bake him a pie? Like, what do you do?
Just talk. I talk. I don't yell.
I don't think I could be the good cop.
No, I couldn't.
When I go home, I'm the good cop, like in the parenting, because Sarah deals with the girls all day, and I feel bad. Like, I feel bad not being hard. I mean, you know, I know they did bad things during the day, but I didn't see it. So, like, if you didn't witness a crime, you can't be the bad cop.
It's a little different in our case in Lisbon because it's Huck's team. It's his team. It's his program.
Well, it's a team's
he gets
team.
that
I think Huck will
right
tell
to
you
do
it's the
what he
team's
wants.
team. It's not Huck's
but,
team.
like, it's his legacy when it comes to it. Like you said, coaching wise, he gets the wins. I don't. So I fill in wherever I can and help out how I can. That's why I'm there. I'm an assistant.
I
I'll assist
imagine
him
it's
however
probably
he wants
like
me to.
Huck's yells, like, you know, if someone doesn't bust their butt down for a rebound, and then Quinn's probably the guy that comes around and says, you know, that gives him the you know, more of the one-on-one coaching, where
explanation.
this is what you could do. You know, you need to come off this screen, go under it instead of going around it.
So
stuff
how does
like
it
that.
change? I mean, your team, the Lakers, is your team.
Yeah.
So how do you? Are you the good cop, bad cop? What is it?
I'm the bad guy on there.
And who's the good cop?
My assistant, Eric Bailey's one of them that he comes in, he helps out there, just like, because he has his own team for the Lakers,
Okay.
where I'll be the good cop for him for that, where he's the good cop for me on my group. Basically, and I mean, AAU's a little different because a lot of the girls take it on themselves. They take the responsibility and do it themselves because they're at that point where they can.
Is there a scenario where there's ever a bad cop, or good cop, good cop?
Good cop, bad cop probably will never work in the coaching scenario. But I'll tell you this. I guess I'll fully embrace it. I am a bad cop. But I have seen it time and time again, no matter what level, and I've coached all through. I'm very hard on a kid. But I will be the first one to say, that's a hell of a job, you're doing a great job. And the way that they react to that after them just, you know, like, what are you, like, you're not working hard enough. You're not working, and then finally, you know what I mean? It's like,
You almost have to build up the tolerance.
and then they'll run through a freaking wall.
Yeah, I can get behind that. I think there's a lot of truth to that. You know, you kind of earn your stripes, and then when you do something good, or it is a tough loss for everybody, but you as a coach or you as a parent or whatever that role may be, you realize that they put it all out there.
Mm-hmm.
There's you console them.
Yeah.
You know
The
what I mean?
biggest thing as a coach, good cop, bad cop, at the end of the day, if you get the kids to buy in, you're going to have success.
Do you think that's just general in every sport?
It's general in life.
Yeah.
It's general in life, and that's a big thing. Like, and you probably embrace on it. You can't hang your hat in life on a high school season. Oh, that's it. I'm done. Cashing out. See ya. You know what I mean? if you buy in, no matter what you're doing, I don't care where you work, I don't care what you do. If you buy into what you're doing, you're gonna have success.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that wholeheartedly. I mean, you've been on the other end. You've been on the. I mean, you've played under John Cullen. You played under Hall of Fame coaches. What was the impact on you with the good cop, bad cop? You know, where did Coach Cullen fit, and who was the other cop?
That's tough because sometimes the greatest coaches can do both, and I think Coach Cullen's one of those guys that can do both. He like Tristan said, he could be hard on you, but then he's the first guy to tell you did a good job. You know?
I've seen it firsthand. I mean, you played for him, but I've seen it too.
So the follow-up question would be, why wouldn't you want to be more like that? You know what I mean? Like, do you train yourself to be like that? You know, you like being the bad cop for one, and then the good cop.
I think a lot of that comes with experience.
Can you get there?
Yeah,
can
anybody can get there? You got to buy into it.
The hard part about that, when you say like, and you probably do a very good job of it, but
I don't know about
you have a coach who's a little nicer. You give them an inch, they take a mile type guy.
Mm-hmm.
If you're, wouldn't it be hard for them to just be like, hey, you know what I mean? Not for them not to take advantage.
No,
of you.
yeah, absolutely.
And that's where that line.
It's a fine line.
It is
It's a very fine line.
We'll call it flip the switch, if you will.
Are there moments as a coach where probably a little bit tougher for girls when, coaching a girls team, if they start crying?
Yeah.
And you are like, whoa. Like if a guy, we as men, young men, if we see somebody cry and it's a boy, a lot of times the testosterone takes over and you go,
is my line.
Figure it out. Stop crying, figure it out. You're exactly right. But if a girl cries, the softness comes out. You know, we turn into soft pretzels and we go, Anthony, you're a huge advocate for girls sports. When you look at that side, is that okay for coaches to treat athletes different based on their gender in that scenario?
When I see I've had conversations with like elite coaches in girls sports, and they don't. I mean, one, because they're dealing with players that like are bought into being there because it's the elite level. But when something like that happens, where they have a breakdown, it's just like, hey, compose yourself, and then come back to us. You know, like that way you're not going to continue being hard on them, but you give them that space. Like, hey, you can go compose yourself. Maybe a lot of male coaches like to have.
You're right.
A lot of male coaches like to have a female assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, go compose yourself. You talk it out, and then get back to practice so we can start doing, what we're. That way you kind of separate yourself from that.
But in the world of equality,
yeah,
right? You almost have to treat the situations different, right? Or no? No? Quinn says no?
No, I don't think so.
No. I don't change the way I coach.
For girls or boys?
For girls or boys,
No, I don't.
Because it's just the way I am. Like
Is that a tolerance you had to build up though?
To an extent. I mean, there's.
If I saw 5 girls crying on a basketball court and I was the coach, I'd be like, I'm done. I can't do it.
I mean, there's different things.
What do you need? Ice cream?
There's different things that girls get worked up about that guys do.
Sure.
And I mean, I get it, but at the same time, like, the girls build that family sort of thing where guys don't as much throughout a season, and they kind of take care of themselves a lot more with that.
I would disagree with the family thing. I think there's a lot. I mean, it depends on the team.
If you get it right.
Because, I saw that South Range team firsthand basically throwing hands at each other halfway through the season, and then they're at the bottom of a dog pile at the season's end holding up a state championship, and they were pretty close. And then, naturally, you go back. But I think, like, if you were to make, in my situation, if I were to make I was a coach and I made someone cry, if they were a male, I would feel a lot different than if they were a female. And females want equality, but sometimes you can't help but console. Like, I'm going to console and say, what can I do to make this better from a female standpoint? Because they are the fairer sex. They are the softer sex from a standpoint of what we've been taught our entire lives, right? Then if
You're right.
a boy's cry, it's one of those things like, okay, toughen up. Like, I understand you're emotional right now. Toughen up. I would never say that, I don't think, to even my daughter. I would be like, what do you need? Uncle Gary ice cream? Okay, let's go. Let's hop in. But that would never happen with a boy, and that's something where I think there's a serious conversation that needs to happen. That either we are okay with that, or we're not, because you can't be on both sides of the fence.
But is it reverse though? So say like if you had boys
Mm-hmm.
and they were melting down, and it was your wife at home, would she do what you just?
Yes, and that's why daddy's girl, mama's boy, right? So that's been forever. That's not new. That's not. But everybody like Anthony's a huge advocate for equality in women's sports and girls' sports, but it's not always there because you can't always like pick up the pieces. Like you have to coach different. You guys say you don't, but do you?
I guess I don't. But my yelling is still exactly the same.
Yeah.
I don't think that will ever change because I feel like that's where I built my coaching off of. Is I'm very intense, and I would change it a little bit, but I'm not going to change it completely. No, absolutely not. And I've coached varsity girls for a year with Rick Gates over at Crestview.
Do you change your standard to one of those situations where
my standard is defense. We're going to play defense.
Yeah.
And if you can't play defense, get off the court, boy or girl. I don't care.
Right.
I'd love to play against you because mine's straight offense.
Let's go. We're coming at your neck.
I'd love to
Literally.
play against
Why don't you get past Bethesda first before you call people out? That's all I'm saying. Like you keep calling these people out, but you've got a laundry list.
To play against them. That's all.
Quinn's like, okay, all right, today we're gonna play this guy. But you guys see my point.
Yeah,
what we're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell was that bug, by the way? Do you see that thing?
Yeah,
I think it's a lightning bug.
It is a lightning bug.
I don't know how it got in here. It can pick a hole in the roof.
It clocked in a little bit too early.
Jerry, go home. Anthony, your take on this whole thing. I mean, you have some high profile coaching circles that you're in, but like at the high school level.
At the high school level.
What are you seeing? Some of these girls, they have checked out. I've seen it before. What's your take?
I think the best coaches in the female world realize that every player needs to be coached a little bit differently. Like you can't coach the whole team
in the entire athletic world.
Yeah, you can't coach the whole team in the same exact style. It doesn't work like that.
I should preface that though, because I'm coaching AAU girls. They all want to be there. Yeah. They are the elite of the elite.
Yeah, if you're coaching 10U softball,
you can coach a team the same exact way. But when you break it down into players, like if I'm going to yell at the team, I'm yelling at the team.
Exactly.
The whole entire team.
When you're
there's different times where you have to. There is some times where you have to break down with one player.
Because some players will respond more if you yell at them, and some people will go into a shell if you yell.
6 inches between a kick in the ass and or a pat on the back and a pat on the ass, right?
I yelled at a kid this year, for example, and I'm like, "What are you doing? Like seriously, what are you doing? Where's your mind?" He's like, "I just don't know." And I'm like, "Okay, so now that's fine.
Now you have a foundation,
and I can go talk to him. Like that's what it is."
I think the
now
biggest
I know.
thing,
I know. That was an honest answer.
I love it.
So we went and fixed it.
I think the biggest thing, and Tristan kind of spoke on this a little bit, when you are someone that yells a lot, you also have to be that other someone that rewards the standard that when they meet the standard that you're setting. And I think that the coaches that I've gotten to cover, like Nick Blanche, do a wonderful job of that. He'll get on his girls like none other. But when they
run through a wall for him,
when they do something when they meet his standard, he's all over them for the positives. So and you can look at the Poland's basketball program; they buy into his whole system because there's not really, other than Jackie Grisdale and Caitlin Brown, there's not a superstar on that team. There's a bunch of roles than a lot of teams do with more talent. There's more talented teams that Poland beats because they have a bunch of role players that buy into what Nick Blanche is telling them.
I think we're downplaying the talent of Poland right now.
Yeah,
I really do.
I hate giving credit to Poland because I'm from Canfield, but
there's
talent. Is a juggernaut in this area.
There's talent, absolutely. But I'm just saying that there are some teams that they can beat that are more talented than them.
I would say
but it's because they have role players that accept their roles.
And I don't want to take anything away from Nick at all. He's a great coach.
But I think there is players like Kat Partika that just accepted their role as a 6-man as a senior.
That's the Poland way. You accept your role and you do it really well. It's like that on the boys' side. Poland is just a juggernaut. It's just the way it is. I hate saying it, but it is.
You hate saying that because you're from Canfield. Let's preface that. We don't have no problems with Poland.
Credit.
So my thing is this. I think that there was a time that you're absolutely correct. But after they won state championships, after that, I mean, there's an expectation, and they are exceptionally good, Poland, at bringing their youth into the fold at a very early age. So you saw the softball girls, but you also saw the 8Us or 10U, whatever that age group was during that run last year, that they were introducing it. And the coaching staff and the entire school district saying, we're buying into our youth because this is what you can have. I'm going to guess and say that they did that a while ago and said, look what you can be. You know, basketball, softball, anything, soccer. Look at what they're doing. They're doing. We talked to top the show. We talked about pipeline. Poland is very good at pulling because they're not an open enrollment school. They're very good at pulling from their pipeline, and they're very good at establishing their pipeline early and knowing what they have coming up so they can coach around it. And Nick is the best at that. He knows exactly. So when you're talking about role players, I think there's an expectation, and he sets that expectation very clear and says, you can be very good. This is what our expectations are of you. This is what you have to do. In almost a Bill Belichick way, do your job, and if everybody does their job, we will succeed. And so I think that but let's be honest, there is a different level of talent in Poland than there is in other different small communities. There is, because you look at you look at East Palestine. There is a wave of girls right now that once they're gone, it is going to be a tough road to hoe. It's going to be the senior class. You got Jocelyn Fristic. You got Sherry. You have Rutledge. The seniors that are playing this year in basketball, this is their year. This is the year they've circled, and they said that we're going to have a very special year. And
hang the banner, girls.
Hang it up. That's it. So when you look at Poland is always like, okay, another banner. We have a chance to continue a legacy. So to your point, I agree somewhat, but I also say,
bro, I was just speaking of girls basketball, and that district championship they won last year was the first they've had in their program for 25 years. So it wasn't like that.
But they've
program
had success.
Itself
They just
was an established basketball juggernaut. It wasn't. I mean,
I don't know.
Quinn,
I don't know much about this situation.
Your eyes popped a little bit.
You win 18 games a year. You're
yeah,
a juggernaut.
but I mean, I meant
Plain
like
and simple.
as
You just
far
can't
as
perform
championships,
at the best level once.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, success is.
If you win 20 games for 20 straight years, but you win
But
districts
because
once,
when Nick
are you going to
Blanche
say
took
you're
over, he had a
bad?
lot of seasons when he took over where they weren't winning 20 games.
Your
I mean,
turn.
back in 2011, 2012, they were winning 10 games this season.
I like when you guys go at it. I love it.
Right? I mean, look back at Poland in 2012, 2013,
You said your
2011.
socks don't match.
No, they match.
I mean,
socks match.
Nick Blanche fought through some tough years at that program.
There's certainly adversity.
Tough years for Poland standards.
Winning 10 games, winning 9 games.
I will say this about Poland. I love their gym.
There you go.
I do love their gym.
Their gym is cool.
You hate everything.
Spacious.
He does, no. He doesn't hate everything. He's opposite
It's a
guy.
great gym. It's a great gym. I will say that. I hated playing in it.
Talk about nostalgia, though.
Hated
Opposite
playing
guy.
in it.
That's a great gym.
It is a great gym.
I
It is a
hate
great. It's
playing
very
in
much
there.
like Duke.
It is.
I love it.
It's
I like it
I
because
love
it's
it.
kind of simple, too.
It's
'cause
brutal,
it's like
and they
it's
get
a,
right up on you.
Yeah, I
hated
like it.
that.
I like that a lot.
So you don't like the pressure, huh?
I just don't like Poland. Being from Canfield, I don't like Poland. Now that I graduated from
That's
Canfield,
Coach
I'm
Cullen,
all
he
in.
coached you guys like that up in your face.
Oh yeah.
I know. I
Now,
probably played against
he
you. We went
never
to Eastern
yelled.
Ohio.
Granted, he
I think
never
we scored
yelled.
2 points because you guys were,
we were pretty
beating
good.
us up.
We went from 0 to 60, and now we're in overtime. So
0 to 60. Where's Nicolas Cage? Isn't that his movie? Gone in
Gone
60
in 60 seconds.
I was close.
something like that.
Nick Cage, where he's like, wait.
We got a little bit of altitude out of Anthony.
Okay, let's go.
In the last
I
10
love
minutes.
it. I was like, boom, boom, boom. You guys should do that more often.
I agree.
I get it, Poland athletics, yeah. But I'm just speaking to the point of when Nick Blanche took over that program. When he took over as head coach, it wasn't in a tremendously good state. And he went through some years when he took over that they were really struggling.
The only thing I don't know about what you're saying, but I will say this. From this area, and you might be able to agree, you think of Poland, you think of Canfield, you think of Portland. Automatically you think powerhouse.
Well, listen, if I say this, give me the first team that comes to your, or I guess first program that comes to your mind. Girls basketball, Poland. And I think that's a credit to Nick, and I think it's a credit to.
Yeah, right now, Poland or West Branch, one of those two.
I listen.
Because West Branch went to state, and they were probably going to go to state.
Poland is the first team that comes to my mind. You can't change me on that. Poland. Girls basketball, or I'm sorry, girls softball. Poland.
Champion.
I would agree with that, but for me, it's Poland because we've covered Poland, and since I was working at another station, Poland there. You, Aaron Gabriel, good friend of you, good friend of the show, dominant.
I like that name.
Aaron Gabriel.
I like that. She's good.
She's
Way better
very
than
good.
Fauci or whatever the heck his
Fauci.
name is. Yeah.
Dr. Fauci.
Yeah.
He struck out 34
That's my
players
beef.
in a
Fauci.
16-inning game once.
So you look at it and you go, like, Poland has some talented female athletes along the way. And if I had to, and this is a credit, I'm not trying to take anything away from Poland. Like, if I had to start somewhere, I would say, listen, if I'm going to be a girls coach in anything, I'm probably starting in Poland.
And like I said, I don't know much about what has been, but that one girl, like I followed YSN, she was a hooper. Last couple
Jackie
years.
Grisdale.
Yeah, she was a hooper.
And she's not even a senior yet.
She does everything.
No, there was one before.
Sarah Burry?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a good leader. She, Nick Blanche always used to say she could score 22 a game, but she sacrificed about 10 a game to be a good distributor. And
Phil Jackson.
I mean, that's just the...
You got where I was going. Phil Jackson.
I mean, Quinn saw Sarah Burry play a lot. He can probably attest to that.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, let's beef it up.
I like that.
All right, let's get these G. Burbick Farm. What's your beef? We're going to start with you, my friend, across the table in these shades. Go ahead.
Taking him off of this.
Oh.
All right, first off, it's, what's his name?
Who? Fauci?
Yeah, that name is dumb. But two, I was on a run this morning. If you don't want animals, don't get animals. I was on a run. I saw this older gentleman drop off 2 kittens. I tried to get them, they ran away from me. But still, don't drop off animals if you don't want animals. Don't just
not fast enough to catch cats.
Just don't get them and drop them off. Don't do it. Don't do
Take them
it.
to a shelter or something. I mean, don't just put them on the side of the road.
That really, it really.
No,
is silly.
I got to agree with Tristan on this. Don't do the shelter. I'm tired of the shelter thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's not their responsibility.
You look at the numbers that Angels for Animals got, especially right when they started reopening the state. They had like a day where they were getting like 40 kittens. That's ridiculous.
I'm with you. But it's cute for a moment.
And it's not a moment. It's not a moment pet. It's a lifetime pet.
Yeah,
For
but
for their lifetime.
Also,
it bothers me.
Also, if you are able to and you are up to it, it's never a bad thing to adopt. You know what I mean? Adopt, don't shop. I think that's the saying they utilize. Like, listen, you're never, and you adopted your dog.
My pup. Yep.
So you look at it and you go, we've done rescues. Both of our dogs are rescues. I'm not a cat guy. I'm going to be first to tell anybody. I won't say what I usually say off air, but I'm not a cat guy. I've had one cat my entire life, and I hated it because it beat the living hell out of me and scratched me up.
Yeah, I'm not a cat
Tribbles, one day we'll meet again. But we'll leave it that. That cat lived forever, man. It lived forever, and I was like, just croak, just go,
Yeah.
leave me in peace.
Cats are stubborn.
And my parents thought it was hilarious that they're always like, it's your cat. Dude, I was a baby and you got a cat. I don't have a choice. But adopt, don't shop. It's one of those scenarios where a puppy is only a puppy for a little bit, right? And then it turns into a dog.
It's a dog for a lifetime.
Yeah, a baby's only a baby for a little bit, and then it turns into us ugly
It's
mugs.
like we're not having babies and saying, you know what, you're 2 now. I'm gonna go to the railroad tracks and drop you off. Figure it out.
Oh, I'd beat the shit out of somebody.
Exactly.
I would.
My blood was boiling this morning, and it made me run a little faster. I guess motivation, but I was so heated.
Part of that conversation I want to address at some point, probably off air, is did you literally go after the cats? You ran?
So it was like a crick. I hopped over to crick. He had a little carrier too, and I was far enough away. I'm like, is that a box? I was like, is he throwing trash? No, it wasn't trash. I get closer, he has a thing, and I tried to take a picture of the car with the license plate. I couldn't get my phone out of my carrier close enough.
Damn trash bags.
So I was gonna take a picture. I was gonna put the dude on blast.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get it out quick enough.
Should have. And yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly, man. If you're not going to take care of it for the entirety of it, find somebody that will. Don't just drop it off.
Yep.
That's a scumbag move, straight up. Anthony, G. Burger Farm, what's your beef?
My beef. Let's see. You got one, Quinn?
I do not.
I'm
My
rusty.
beef
I
is how
haven't
many
been
times
on the
I get
power
phone
hour
calls in a day.
It's good we only have the show twice a week because Quinn,
Right.
like,
I never have beef. I
does
don't
it
have
sneak up?
problems.
Oh, shut up.
I don't have problems.
You could be
I
with
live a
Ant
great
over
life.
the pooling thing. That's a good beef.
No.
Yell at Anthony.
Call him out on not having a beef. He'll have a beef. He's opposite day.
Usually his beef is with Anthony, so I mean, it wouldn't be a.
Ruining trivia. There's my beef. There we go.
There it is.
Anthony ruined trivia.
Somebody's T-shirt is not going to be delivered.
Yeah. It was gonna be Eric Bailey. Let's
Save me money. I don't have beef with Anthony. He's just saved me $10.
See, I was thinking of you.
Yeah, I'm sure you were.
My
And
beef.
then?
My beef. No, my beef. There's a collegiate, like a league where collegiate softball players can go play in the summer in Florida, and a couple of my friends are going down to play, but they're charging like $300 to stream games, which is just. I'm not happy.
Great money grab.
Because
Why are you unhappy about that?
I don't want to pay $300.
Do you want to watch it?
Do you
I
want
do
to watch
wanna
it?
watch it, yeah.
Then what do you got to do?
$300 for a couple months in the summer.
Then how much value is in it for you?
Well, I
That's
know,
that's
right?
the question I would always ask.
That's yeah. Now my friends are gonna watch it. Be like, you don't even care about it.
That's it. I mean, is
Right?
it that valuable to
Like-
you? So, that was a terrible beef, Anthony. Come on.
What?
In
I
a
was
streaming
just-
company?
I thought $300.
You know my beef is
and it wasn't even.
You know,
it
my
wasn't
beef is
even like
cheap
an-
asses.
It wasn't even like an outside.
What's
It
that?
wasn't even.
Welcome back to
It
the
wasn't even.
power.
It wasn't even like an outside streaming company. It was like that league was just doing it themselves. So it wasn't like it was going to be a professionally done.
That dude's smart.
broadcast.
What
I
if
would
you were
say
in
the
charge
dude's
of the
smart.
league? Wouldn't you charge people $300?
Yeah, I would.
If somebody
Well,
would
there
pay,
you go.
let me.
But I
Yeah.
would also
Can't
be
complain.
accepting that people are going to be mad about it.
There you
Is
go.
he not?
What?
Is
I
he
don't
not?
think he cares.
Did you
Yeah,
write
I
a
don't think
stern
he
letter
cares
to him?
either. What? No.
I don't think he
I don't
cares
know who it
about
is.
the 3 people that are going to be whining from his
Yeah,
policy
man.
about it.
Yeah.
I'm not whining. Like, I'm on his side. Like, if somebody's gonna buy, listen, it's all about value, right? It's all about value. If you're willing to pay me $300 for something, I'm willing to sell you something for $300.
Next year it's
Then
going to be
you have to
$350.
But you better deliver $300 worth of entertainment or
That's
whatever.
what my-
But Anthony, watching your friends, and I'm just telling you, they might be watching. Are they worth $300 to you?
Yes, I would do.
There
thought
you
about
go.
it.
There it is. So there, he'll be
Doing a good answer.
subscribing.
Yeah.
No problem. He'll be dumping his entire YSN paycheck right into.
Go Bradenton Squeeze.
Hey,
Shout out to
hey,
you
hey, hey,
guys.
hey, no free. They're not sponsoring.
Oh.
See what I did
Shout
right
out to
there?
Shout out to Brianna Roper.
Anthony likes free stuff. Anthony likes free stuff.
Go
We'll
Squeeze.
What's your beef there, Captain?
Yeah.
cheap asses.
Hey, he did say
Fair
that.
enough.
Like that's the thing. Like if like listen, if
That's
it's
my
not,
job. Like 2 out of the 3 beefs are pointing at me, and then I've done my job. So
Who's the first?
Quinn pointing is at me too.
Oh, well, dude, you're a cameo guy today.
I know.
How did
That's
you
when
get?
I come in and I just make people upset.
Yeah, listen. If you're not willing to pay for
Wait, hold
something,
on.
don't
I'm
pay
just
for
looking
it.
at your glasses. You have 80 of those coming in, or are they different?
80
of those.
Different colors,
Different
and
colors.
styles, and yeah,
Buy them all.
big time.
2 for 25.
I like them.
2 for 25.
I'll take them to the softball tournament.
There you go. 2 for 25. You can get your pair of Yoakleys right here on YSN. So that's going to do it for our show. 12 minutes of overtime, not bad. Boys, thanks for a great show. Thanks for probably giving me the rest of the day. I'm going to go sit on the couch.
I gotta go work out.
I was electrocuted.
I just have to go to the bathroom.
See ya. That's going to do it for the Power Hour on YSN. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. We'll see you next Tuesday right here on your sports network.
Hey, my Ohio friends, it's Mike Ditka, and I know great talent and heart when I see it. I can tell you from firsthand experience, there are average real estate agents, then there are true champions. Kelly Warren is one of those champions, and you have it right there in your own backyard. Kelly outmarkets and outsells every agent in the Mahoning Valley. If Kelly can't sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, Kelly will buy it. Get your home sold. Call Kelly Warren today at 717-2689 or go online to kellysold.com and start packing.
You can feel it. Baird Brothers' traditional craftsmanship. You can see it. Baird Brothers' timeless style. And you can afford it. and find everything at BairdBrothers.com. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods is real hardwood, yet beautifully affordable. Floors, moldings, interior doors, bar rails, and stair parts, all within your means and without a care. Start at BairdBrothers.com. You have made it your home.
Teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.